All right, think we're good. Well met, boys and ladies. Jacob Butter speaking, and already what next questions went to the next stream. But I barely started this one, and you're already focusing on the next stream. Answer that would be actually probably tomorrow, but not for this series, because what I was planning to do today was to do the Fallen Angels episode. Well, all the episodes from season 1 that I haven't yet reviewed, because every time that every 4 episodes, basically, I would go through and review them live. It was just the style that I end up doing for that particular series for some reason, and that was my plan. But yeah, that's what I was going to do today, but then I realized, oh, it's not the 11th today, it's in fact the 12th, and therefore there's a Mighty Fabulous Later stream that's supposed to be done today, and so here I am. That's the explanation. Rising to lo-fi is nothing compared to banging chair ASMR. Yeah, I know. It's because I'm back at the studio apartment, and for some reason this chair is just way noisier than the other one. Like, you can just like hear it a little bit. It's already creaking. Like, what's that about? I have no idea. That's I'm very concerned. Can I do the Mutant Girl Season 2 movie? If you're referring to the movie that I said was going to come out after the season, not yet, because I'm taking a break. If you mean like just a movie edit of all of the episodes, then yeah, sure, why not? I can do that. Oh, and yes, I explained this today, but I did get my hair cut. I think did I forget to mention that in Walking Wednesday? I'm just there with a shaved head and I just never explained it. But yes, I did get a haircut. Weirdly enough, it's not as short as I normally get it, because I try to be, manageable. Considering it is winter, my mum said, oh yeah, let's just, do it this length. Basically, it's like a team effort. My mum cuts the hair and my brother does the shape ups. So, I don't know, just a dynamic they've had going on for some time now. And also hi to Fox. So I don't think I miss you. You're there. I see you. I notice you. My mouth feels weird for some reason. Maybe it's because today, for the first time, I haven't actually got any milk. I forgot. I forgot. Oh yeah, I'm moving back up here now. I've got to actually get myself some milk, and I never actually did. So yeah. So today, for the first time, I've actually got. I just got water. Basically, I've not got. That's not the first time I've had this problem before. But yeah, at least I got my Ravenclaw mug back, so that's something. Gotta get. If I'm not gonna get some dairy, I'm gonna get some house representation. That's how that works. You've met everyone else besides Emma. You mean here, or just like in the Mutant Girl cast? Because Mutant Girl cast is a lot of us. Less so now because people keep leaving, but sometimes you get more recruits and stuff. We've now got backup roles for people, so that's the thing. But yeah, I don't think you've actually met Emma. You know what? I'm actually going to see if I can get her to pop on. Why not? I think that could be fun. I was just talking to her and BB actually. So yeah, you know what? I'm just gonna see. Your presence is requested. You guys want to join stream today? We haven't been cool for some time. Send that in a group chat because that's where she tends to reply. So we might be getting like BB or even Aiden as a guest. I know Aiden as a guest on one of my live streams. Who would have guessed? Oh, and Ghosty apparently wants in too. So I guess we're getting a lot more guests than I thought today, which was none. So, all right, Ghosty, I'll let you in. Hold on a second. Where are you? I haven't DM'd you in a while. That's why. There we are. And a reply, BB says sure. Okay, so right, I sent that in the Butter Bunch group chat, and also now to Ghosty. So we're gonna get quite some people. We're gonna get a few people. Gonna get more people in the actual guest itself than we have in the chat right now. But whatever, doesn't matter. Hi, Ghosty.
Hello.
Oh, you're in the corner down there. I say corner down there, and I move to the opposite side of the screen. It's like, oh, hi, Ghosty. Look at you over there. It's because you're in my right corner, but then facing left because I turn right, and that's how lateral inversion works. It's science, anyway.
Science. I don't know her.
All right, let me try that again. Hi, Ghosty. How are you doing in the corner?
Science who? I've never met her. Like, I was writing Monster Compendium, and then I just joined his stream to loud chair banging ASMR.
Yeah.
10 out of 10 would listen to again.
Good grief. Yeah. If I try doing an ASMR video, if I like move my body at all, it's just going to sound like that.
Just don't move.
I suppose that is the logical conclusion. Yeah.
You don't want ASMR? Just don't move. The solution is simple. Simpale.
Simpale. Okay. All right. Welcome everyone to MyStreet 5 years later. Not sure what's happening to BB. She said sure, but has not actually done anything about that. And I've got no other replies, so not really sure. And Josh is now asking if you remember him from the previous streams.
Yeah. Hey, Josh.
I was going to say, Josh, you are quite a memorable person, so don't necessarily worry too much about going unnoticed, especially around like Aiden and my channels, because I'm pretty sure we try to interact with everyone. Either way, welcome to MyStreet 5 years later. Today we're looking at Operation Get Gina House. The person in charge of naming operations died the previous day, unfortunately. So we have this instead. So yeah, in this one, I don't remember any like specific memorable moments in this one particularly, apart from maybe like seeing the house for the first time. So not really sure what to expect again. I don't know. I just kind of like, weirdly enough, like season 3.5 has been mostly blocked out of my mind for some time, actually.
Gene is my favorite used car salesman.
Okay. Oh yeah, incidentally, Ghosty, now that I've got you here, what do you think of the whole like Lucinda and using a love potion on Kawaii-chan and Damien thing? Because I mentioned that.
Wait, who died? Garth? Lawrence? I don't know.
I said the person in charge of naming things. That was the joke before.
Lawrence is going to die pretty soon.
Maya, we're on season 3.5. You know who dies and lives and when it happens.
Yeah, that's not for another couple seasons yet. Hopefully.
I mean, who knows? I mean, there's gonna be a death in there's gonna be a death in the next one. I won't say who, but you know, for those who know.
You wanted my opinion on Lucinda using a love potion on Damien Kawaii-chan.
Yes.
To be honest, she's still a queen, but the queen does not have good taste in ships.
Oh, right. So it's the actual ship that's the problem in this instance, not like actually like influencing their trying to influence their romance against their will. That's the problem. Okay.
It's
Well,
kind of a mix of both.
oh,
Morally, I have a
right.
few qualms with the deal. Like, maybe not. Maybe do something else with your time.
Yeah, true, actually.
Maybe
I,
don't get involved in other people's relationships.
I,
A
I love
ship
how
that's
she's on
going to
vacation
crash
right
and
now,
burn.
and her idea of a vacation from owning a potion shop is brewing and using a potion.
Well, what can I say? But potion making canonically was probably her hobby before it became a job, considering how good she is at it.
Yeah, that probably is the case, yeah.
Well, I know I got into digital art before making it into a hobby and then making it into a job. I gotta say, it's
Hmm.
probably gonna go back to a hobby because I don't like it as a job.
Oh, okay.
Still gonna do logos. You can't stop me. Nobody can stop me.
Surely that counts.
Yeah, that counts, but to a lesser extent because actually the people wanting to buy logos is really slim.
I thought that you got commissioned. Like,
Yeah, but it's usually once in a while.
hmm.
People usually look for free online logos rather than buying one.
Yeah, I'm just imagining like you just have like a bunch of logo templates that says like your company name here or something in the middle.
Actually, no. I usually make logos custom then and there. But I do have a few sketches of basic logos I use for an
Hmm.
example.
Are you
Hey,
going to
Ghosty.
the channel again? It's been 1 month.
Well, I don't upload on my channel often. I usually upload, I don't know, usually placeholders of my editing work that I can show to clients. I'm not a serious YouTuber in any extent of the word. I'm probably gonna do another landscape edit
I
because
was
that
about
was
to say
pretty
that's
fun.
yeah. Incidentally, not sure if you heard, but Aiden, Quadzi, and I actually put together a storyboard for the first episode of Phoenix Job High Junior Year recently.
Logo opportunity?
Actually, yes, it would be a logo opportunity. I'd even thought of that. I don't know why that didn't cross my mind, but I was like, oh, I just wanted to let you know there was going to be another Gotcha Aphmau fan series, basically. But yeah, logo opportunity. That makes sense, actually.
Like, I've actually had to explain to someone recently why logos are important for anything.
Okay.
I'm not gonna touch that here.
Hmm.
I'm probably going to do a stream. Probably.
Yeah. I mean, the only time I thought of like logos for specific seasons of stuff, for example, like seasonal show logos, was when when I saw Aphmau start to actually do that. So I'm not sure there because that's kind of like got like convinced Aiden to like get a logo for like every single show that I do. I'm like, I mean, yes, that's fair, but I don't know. Sometimes certain shows it's like, oh well, okay, maybe this doesn't need to be the most like graphically pleasing thing of all time. I don't know. It depends. But for the most part, I'd agree with you. I don't know.
I like logos because,
Hmm.
in terms of advertising, logos can sometimes be a memorable part of your campaign.
Hmm. Yeah, to be fair to seasonal Aphmau, this Aphmau logos actually, the When Angels Fall logo has been used in quite a lot of things, including teaser trailers and stuff, and also like as an Easter egg as well, like in like a very dark hue or something like that in one of those videos. I can't remember exactly. Anyway, that's a whole other topic. We're here to look at the actual episode today for 3.5. We're barely into that. Oh, and BB finally shows up.
I
You're
haven't
just in
talked to
time, I
BB in a
guess.
while. Like
Yeah.
one time BB messaged me out of the blue like, "Hey, how you doing?" And I was like, "Ah."
Hey guys, nah, this you guys, you guys thought no, this is Jacob. This is Jacob channel.
Yes,
You,
wrong channel.
yes,
Yeah, we know. Oh, by the
you
way,
stupid
Josh.
motherfucker.
Yeah, Josh, you were asking before. Emma apparently isn't home, so I guess she won't be joining us today.
Yeah. So who is this?
Oh, Josh, new person who found Aiden's channel, I think, first, and then
No,
went
not
over to
Josh. I
mine.
mean the other person on the stream. I don't know who this is.
Oh, Ghosty.
Oh, this is Ghosty.
Yes.
Oh, we forgot about me. That's
Well, I mean,
great.
okay, to be fair, she hasn't seen your face.
Also, you sound completely different.
To when? Compared to when exactly?
I don't know. You just aren't how I remember you sounding. Your voice
you
is
have
deeper.
Did you have a very late puberty, Ghosty?
I don't even know how to respond to that.
My voice broke at 14. My voice broke at 15. My voice
No,
broke at
no,
12.
Maya,
My
Maya,
voice
Maya.
broke at 21.
No. See, Maya. It's not a situation of I curse on Aiden's channel. It's a curse of I don't curse on Jacob's channel. Or at least I try not to. I will say last stream we did, I did slip up once or twice.
Oh,
In my
Aiden slipped up as well, actually, the
yeah,
last stream he was in.
in my defense, however, I have not shown up regularly on Jacob videos in a while.
Mm-hmm. Which means that the percentage of of times that you have versus times that you haven't is much higher for the average person.
Yeah,
then,
yeah. Which
That's
I
So actually, that's
completely,
worse.
which don't worry, guys. I completely blame Jacob because he doesn't invite me. His fault, not mine.
Okay.
He's to blame.
Well,
Whenever
I
I
mean,
wa-
most of the time, whenever I try to get you and Emma involved in anything anymore, you're off calling Polar or something, or
That
like,
is not true. That's true for Emma, not me. Okay, I am there on Fridays. Fridays is it?
Okay. Oh look, it's George Takei. Welcome. Oh
Jake-
my.
Jacob, I just noticed every time I come on your streams, I look really tired.
Okay. Well, don't worry. Every time I do stream, I am really tired, so it works out.
Our
Anyway,
vibes just bounce off each other and we somehow get more tired.
well, hopefully not. Most of the time, streams give me energy because I'm just constantly responding to a bunch of stimuli.
Ghosty, are you the Emma to Jacob's BB?
What?
I guess she was referring to the fact there's a similar dynamic. Although then then again, Emma does fluctuate from being super suppressed and tired to bouncing off the walls full of sugar or something.
I'm
Okay,
like
but
Emma.
you can make it funny though.
Like
Oh
I'm
yeah.
like Emma if you put her through a taffy puller. I'm quite a bit more restrained, but I'm still very tired because I work for 5 to 8 hours at work a day, and then I come home and then I do nothing right, probably.
Oh, I'm quite lucky in that regard. I make my own hours for the most part.
I tried to do fan fiction readings on my channel, but I don't have the voice for that.
Oh, don't you? Okay, we're gonna have to test that out later. We'll just like pass you like one of those Aphmau fan fictions. Oh wait, you should read Midnight. See what happens if you read Midnight.
Oh god.
Yeah, let's let's just see. Because really, if you want to have a fan fiction voice, then this is the one you really need for narration. And it
Yes,
works
yes,
quite well
actually.
being low key.
Yes,
And sometimes
Joshua.
drawing out certain
You-
words for dramatic effect.
Are you and BB related?
Yes, we are actually. In fact, I'm Jacob's sister.
I'm not sure Josh gets sarcasm that much, so just
What sarcasm? I don't know what sarcasm is. All I'm saying, right? We are related. You see the
sarcasm,
butter.
science. Who are these people?
You see the butter in our names.
Yes, I mean only people whose actual last name that is can make that as the thing on account on YouTube. It won't let you otherwise.
Exactly.
I definitely didn't steal the name before a bunch of people who are actually called Jacob Butter in real life made their channels. That's actually absolutely not what happened.
No. No, it's okay, guys. It's okay. Jacob doesn't commit identity fraud.
I'm still waiting for a certain thing. Backgrounds. Again, why do you keep asking me? I'm not the one who made the backgrounds or has them saved. I keep telling you this, William. Every time you mention it to me.
Well, time to ban William.
I'm not Hideki Kamiya. I don't ban people for asking repeated questions.
I do.
Mm-hmm.
You're not allowed to ban people. That is rule number 1 of I'm really exhausted. Can we get over with this, please?
What?
God, are you? Oh, well, I can't see their face anymore. So I guess now their opinion's invalid.
Wait, hold on a second. That doesn't make any sense because you don't have a camera on.
Wait,
you know, I'm simply better.
Excuse me?
Remember, everyone. If you don't have a face on the internet, then your opinion doesn't matter. That is the first rule of end my suffering. Anyway,
You're completely invalid, guys.
Right. I'm gonna put this back on.
Is William not a part of Buttercore anymore?
No, isn't William a part of the Buttercle? And yes, he is. That confidence. Out of who? Which one of us?
Me, obviously.
Fair. I think I killed Ghosty, which is a weird sentence. I've killed a ghost, but whatever. Can be done. Apparently.
Okay, well, Maya, you don't count. You're born in the modern generation, whose mom didn't post their kids' faces without any consent on there.
Mm-hmm. Can't say floof the hair no more. Exactly. Take that, Sulu.
God, man, I know I said Ghosty was invalid because I can't see her face, but now I can't see them at all.
I know, she's just not there.
We've retconned her existence.
Oh yeah, much like Aphmod did to Emmeline.
Who?
Exactly. That is indeed what happened. Oh, also, I'm not sure if you've seen, but I have a couple of overlays now on my streams, and I made this one a while ago.
No, Mimi. Not Mimi. Mimi's the important one. It's Baby Satan. No, honey. Buttercore is a company. Butter Bunch is Jacob, me, Emma, and Aiden.
Yeah, honestly, yeah, Maya, Buttercore was the company that you yourself used to be a part of. And were there when it was first named. You're one of the actual first members. Anyway, welcome back, Ghosty. I hope we didn't just destroy you.
Born in 1964, Jeffrey.
Don't worry, I'm used to being destroyed.
CEO, entrepreneur,
Fair enough.
born in
And you know what? That voice you just did right there is good for fanfics. Use that one.
Jeffrey Bezos. Come on, Jeffrey, you can do it. Pave the way, put it back into it. Tell us why, show us how. Look at where you came from. Look at you now.
Apparently, my bored and disinterested voice is good for fanfiction.
And and that's where that song
You'd be
ends.
surprised. I recently heard Stephen Fry's audio reading of Harry Potter, and there's no voice impressions whatsoever. I mean, he makes it work because he's Stephen Fry, obviously, but it just struck me for a second. It was like, oh, what's this thing? Said Harry. Oh, well, this blah 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 blah. Said Hermione. It's like, what?
I have great Harry Potter voices. You should hear them.
All right then.
No, I was speaking to Ghosty.
Okay, well, Ghosty's also here.
Regale me
Speaking
with the
of which,
voices.
Jacob, why haven't you posted any of those? Coincidentally enough, all the Harry Potter videos that I was a part of never made it out.
The one that I want to actually do is first and foremost is the changes one. Because that was, I mean, that one's going to take like forever to actually edit, but it's been long enough.
What's that one? What's Harry's friend? Not Hermione.
Ron Weasley.
Ron
Yes, no,
Weasley.
that's the one. That's the one. That's the one you're talking about. The chain. That series was called Changes.
Ron Weasley.
Yeah, I know. Honestly, you should have been Hagrid. That would have made way more sense.
There's nothing more I love than a good pack of cereal.
I was trying to put salt water on. Hold on. You were trying to put salt water on a cut in your mouth. Isn't there an actual expression called adding salt to the wound? That is specifically what you're not supposed to do? That's like an actual thing. Let's see. Is there a channel that's split enough to post Quasi's fanfic, like fanfic readings on? Yes, it's called the Butter Bunch.
Yeah, no, I saw in Butter Bunch, just not Jacob Butter.
Yeah. I think actually, like, the last stream I did on Butter Bunch, I was tortured by all of the like raunchy jokes that everyone's not able to make when I'm hosting on my main channel.
Yeah, there's so many things that I wish I could joke about that I just can't.
Yeah, and on this is like, oh yeah, you know, you've made like a couple of dirty jokes in the past and blah blah blah. It's like, yeah, people do on here, but they're usually quite like they're usually like implicit, and also when BB's gone loose, she's gone to a very extreme place sometimes. So yeah, I don't know.
No, I'm pretty implicit here. No, I am as explicit as you can possibly get on anyone else's channel and real life.
This helps with swelling and is diluted so it doesn't hurt. I mean, doesn't dilute just mean to add water to something and dissolve? Like, that's any salt water would be diluted by definition in that case.
Monet, Jacob's last name isn't Bear, it's Butter. Don't insult our grandma's lineage, all right?
Sorry, are you trying to say that we get our last name from Grandma Butter instead of Grandpa Butter?
Correct.
Okay.
That's an option.
That's new law being added, but sure.
Top 10 conversations I walk in on, but I will never understand.
Yeah. No.
Okay, get out of here, Watch Mojo.
And top 10 sentences I never understand. Yeah. Okay. Right, let's actually watch the episode now. Without further distraction, on with the reaction.
Hello? Aha, Garth, my boy. It's good to hear from you.
We sort of
SpongeBob, me boy.
talked yesterday.
Ah, right. So, how are
We
things
still need
going?
to play that SpongeBob game on Butter Bunch.
Yeah. Did I send you that video file or not? Because I don't know. I think I have a copy
No, but
somewhere.
even then it was too laggy. But now that I have a genuine gaming PC, I'm gonna give it another shot eventually.
Okay, that's perfect. Wait, hold on. Grandpa was a simp. Okay. All right, fine. I mean,
Our
you should
grandpa
have
invented
seen
the word simp. Have you seen his
I don't know.
abs? He didn't make those abs for himself.
Yeah, well, I mean, yeah, Grandma Butter is definitely the more domineering presence there. In fact, you should actually see like the looks that BB's been doing when she's been posting photos on the Butter Bunch group chat, because those looks have been passed down to the generations. Oh, also, I forgot to actually read the comment that was on the screen. Automatus here, don't know what that means, but it sounds like it should be said. That sounds like some sort of like expression, like, oh yeah, well, shiver me timbers or whatever. Like, oh well, butter my toast, something like that.
That is, isn't it?
I don't remember that being. I don't remember that being. I think I don't know. Someone made that joke before, and I made the exact same response, but it wasn't Monet, so I decided to do it again.
Yeah, no, that's a genuine idiom.
Oh, okay, fair enough. Well, butter mice toast. I didn't know that.
Yeah, I was about to say I could have sworn I've heard of that.
Yeah. Have you watched Amphibia and the Owl House? I've heard of the Owl House and not seen it because it's an area here, and I've never heard of Amphibia before. But I'm now interested because a show about amphibians sounds amazing.
I haven't seen Owl House or Amphibia fully because I'm wanting to binge that universe or multiverse, I guess, because you have like Rick and Morty, you have Gravity Falls, you have Amphibia, and then you have Owl House.
Okay, are those all just okay?
Yeah, those are all within the same universe and or multiverse.
Well, I mean, of course, because Rick and Morty is, pretty much canon to everything that it touches.
Well, that and just because in you saw Gravity Falls, right?
No, actually.
No.
Well, actually, no, I did. No, I did. I saw a few episodes. I just remembered.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, there's an episode where a portal opens up and they toss a few things in there.
Yes, and the items appear in Rick and Morty. Yes, I'm aware. Those two creators are friends with each other.
Yeah. Plus,
so
in the Rick and Morty wiki itself, it actually lists Gravity Falls as its own universe.
Well, of course it does. There's the Rick and Morty wiki.
Yeah.
Like, I haven't watched either one because I don't have time. I do work a day job and I edit for people during the afternoons and nights, sometimes deep into the night.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, speaking of wiki, yeah, I'll give you a while to recover before I send you any edits or something. Because you said, oh yeah, I can get back to editing. But I was like, yeah, but can you though? Anyway.
Yeah, actually I have. I sent you a video over email just a couple minutes ago.
Yeah, and Owl House and Amphibia.
Okay. Oh, right.
And Amphibia is in another universe, but it's made by either Alex himself or his wife. I can't remember which. And there's actually a whole episode that parodies Gravity Falls. And then Owl House takes place in the same universe but a different dimension for the most part.
Yeah.
Like Gravity Falls.
All that we know for certain is that they have ties to Warner Brothers Looney Tunes now because of Space Jam.
That's right. And Star vs. Force of Evil, that's also in there because of like a book that was made for Gravity Falls that also
Star is also canon to everything it touches.
Yeah, it's weird. It's a strange extended universe. It's the real cartoon extended universe, really. But
yeah, actually, that'd be interesting. Someone find a way to put Adventure Time in there.
The only reason I haven't gotten into these shows yet is because I'm on a good nostalgia binge with both Danny Phantom, My Life as a Teenage Robot, which is getting a fan-created reboot soon, and
good, fan-created. I was about to be like, what? No.
Yeah, Nickelodeon is a big thing with expanded universes too. Like Fairly Odd Parents is connected to Danny Phantom.
Oh well, yeah. I mean, of course, we have the NSU now because the Nickelodeon sitcom universe or sitcom multiverse actually.
That's right. Yeah, with the Schneiderverse.
Have you actually like seen the Quentin reviews? Well, reviews of
No, I've known about the Schneiderverse for years.
No, I understand that. That was like my first exposure to expanded universe ever. Actually, I remember specifically that when I was watching an episode of Victorious, where what happened was they're in the karaoke bar or something. And then there's like, oh yeah, we're gonna sing the latest single from Ginger Fox. And then they show the picture of Ginger Fox with the hairy pit there from iCarly. And I was like, I didn't know how to react.
I know that thing. I get that reference.
Yeah, I've never actually been exposed. I never exposed directly to what I knew to be an expanded universe between two different shows before. It's like the first time it came to my brain that was even possible to do.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and Fanboy.
I didn't know they had the same writers or anything. So
I think the cartoon, the 3D animated cartoon, Fanboy and Chum Chum. I think, and that's a very forgettable one. You had to. That was a. If you grew up in Spain,
it defined find a lot of your childhood. Weirdly.
Yeah.
I've watched one episode of Fanboy and Chum Chum and decided it wasn't my thing almost immediately.
It wasn't particularly good. But no, that's one of those shows that you would really only know if you were like born around that era
or lived in Spain, yeah.
And Sasha Morsi.
But no, Fanboy and Chum Chum, I think it was. They went down. It might have been that, or it was that one smart kid, Jimmy Neutron. It was either Jimmy Neutron or Fanboy and Chum Chum. But
Wait,
one of them,
were they the
they
same? Were they the same era as each other? Because Jim Neutron was.
I think they were actually, yeah.
Oh, that actually
but
kind of
one
makes
of the-
sense. That kind of makes sense as to why I got one and not the other in Spain, because Spanish TV licensing is very strange. Like,
Yeah,
like for some reason, even though I was in Spain in the early 2000s, we never got Avatar: The Last Airbender as a show.
Oh.
Why? In fact,
Yeah.
as far as I checked on the actual wiki, there was never a Spanish dub of it until 2018. And people were like, "Oh, have you not seen Avatar before?" It's like, it's not my fault, okay? I wanted to.
It wasn't available in my country.
Exactly, that was the thing. Which is why I now use NordVPN.
Right? Okay, they said Jimmy Neutron was in 2001. When was Fanboy and Chum Chum? I'm pretty sure that was around the same period. Pretty sure it's early 2000s.
I was gonna say Jimmy Neutron was definitely like 90s, early 2000s. That was I knew that much. As far as like actual like release dates of things, again, Spanish TV, very inconsistent licensing.
Okay, yeah, I was right. They were around. Yeah, okay. I was right. It was around the same era because Fanboy and Chum Chum came out in around 2009.
That's quite a difference.
Not really. It was in the early 2000s.
Guys, at this point, At this point, it's not even the AFMAO stream anymore. It's just a talk about random things.
I know. I
stream.
was going to plan to loop back to this. Like, what I tend to do actually is when the chat goes off on a tangent, I'll talk about that until I get to the very end of the chat and then move back onto AFMAO.
No, Monation, they were both 2000s, 2001, 2009. 2010s don't start until 2010.
As far as like animation and everything like evolves over time, like actual like fashions and stuff, they can be quite separate.
They had the exact same animation style.
I see what you mean. I mean, I feel like Fanboy and Chum Chum actually having seen that a lot. Actually, weirdly enough, is much smoother sometimes.
Yeah. But anyways, one of them, I don't remember which one. No, whatever. Anyways, yeah, no, I don't remember which one it was. But they went like underwater, and you can see in the background like SpongeBob's pineapple or whatever.
Hard to argue, chat. Yeah, I would have invited you, but you said you were busy.
It's the same sort of like coloration that they did for Bikini Bottom, so that was a thing.
Oh yes, the same coloration.
Well, there's a specific type of colors.
It is the connection. That by that definition, most gacha shows are canon to each other.
Well, a big difference there is that YouTube
YouTube
isn't considered a YouTube channel at this point if it's on the same YouTube channel and distributed by the same company and people, including writers and stuff. Then it may as well be.
Oh yeah, geez, not to talk about Encanto again, but I did hear somewhere that Lin-Manuel Miranda actually wanted to be in the same universe as Moana, except that was never actually confirmed anywhere.
I just hit my toe.
Oh, I thought you were reacting to like me talking about Encanto. It's like if I found the one person so far that didn't like the film.
They really weren't. They were like the exact same, except one was infinitely worse. Jimmy Neutron was mediocre. The only reason people...
I think you're interpreting like eras as like, oh yeah, like we'll define them like by calendar decades or something. That's not necessarily always the case, especially with actual like TV channels and fan.
When I think eras, right? I think actual eras, not
yeah,
like...
see, that's the difference that you're going by. You're both using different definitions.
No, see, and here's the thing. A lot of people disagree with this. All right, unpopular opinion. Jimmy Neutron was average. It was mediocre at best. It wasn't that great. People just like it because of the era and whenever they were born. Like, oh, it was so much better back then. Everyone has that same nostalgia. Everyone has that same nostalgia. Get over yourself. The show really wasn't that great.
Yeah,
it was so bad.
Yeah, Ghosty and I have been rewatching Code Lyoko, and seeing, but we're also getting like the fresh thoughts of both Monet and Aiden. And they're now more into it, but season
Yeah.
1 of that show was very hit and miss, and we just like ignored it as children. So yeah,
Aiden
we
is
can
very
see it
much
now.
into it. I didn't expect him to be as into it as he is.
Yeah, no, I
Oh yeah, no, it's because he was complaining about it so much at first, and was like not really getting into the spirit of it. But then afterwards, went out of his way to actually like watch them without us, which I still find was like that defeats the purpose. But yeah,
Yeah. No, I'll watch Jimmy Neutron, but it's really nothing special to me. Fanboy and Chum Chum though. The only reason I would watch it is if I were binging like a multiverse or something. I really didn't like it. It was so bad, and somehow it spawned a spin-off called Planet Sheen, which was just as bad.
oh, I didn't actually know that.
Also,
Again, we didn't get it in Spain.
Also, guys, a spam bot just posted a scam in chat.
Yeah, we don't acknowledge those. I keep
All
telling
I guess
you
right.
we've just hit the peak of YouTube popularity, haven't we?
No,
that's
this
been
has
a thing on
this
my
has been
channel for
happening.
years.
Yeah, this has been happening on Jacob's for a
Yeah,
while.
the thing is, I never acknowledge it because if I acknowledge it, then what's the point?
Here, I'm gonna get rid of it.
All right, thanks. All right, we're gonna move on with the episode now.
Here we remove.
Dad.
You and Zane getting along well?
For the most part, yeah.
Well, good.
Echo.
I'm glad to hear. You know, it means so much to your mom.
This is the first time that I've had echo issues like apparently since actually that I started downloading the videos and playing them on Restream itself. I think that might be your end. I'm not sure.
That you boys get along.
They were in the
Perhaps
same
I should try
era.
getting Vlad to move in with you guys.
No. I mean, while I love my baby brother Vlad, I'm afraid I can only handle one
Do
baby
you
brother
watch
at a time.
Infinity Train?
I hear
No.
Yeah. Also, no.
Yeah, also no.
Garth, I had siblings
I watched some Alpha J show reviews of it. That's about it.
once too.
heard
The
a lot
only
of
interesting
good
thing
things
I
about
know
it.
about it
About-
is trans representation.
I mean, I think they had like non-binary representation as well. Actually, as far as I remember.
No, because I remember reading somewhere that the creator tried getting it, but he couldn't explicitly do it because of the stupid like kid-friendly thing that a lot of shows have.
And yet, trans representation somehow made it in by that same logic.
Barely. They just didn't do the pronoun difference. That was it.
Right.
Dad,
Yeah.
I know you love to talk and we have a lot to catch up on, but I wanted to talk to you today about the house you, me, and Mommy talked about yesterday.
Ah, yes. That was mostly you asking your mom.
So, have you had a chance to think about it?
I already told you my answer. I'm not selling it for less than it's worth.
But I'm your little son, Daddo.
And I'm
Daddo.
I'm dying on the inside from internal cringe.
Daddo. Daddo, can we go to the park, Daddo? Papa.
Oh my god,
Please
no,
go
that
to the playground.
the line
Papa.
space. I don't like when they space their lines like that. That's like that same issue whenever I was watching Rio, because rewatching Rio, I was like, oh, some of that line delivery is really bad for like a really big animated film. Because there was one point I think it was where they were having like dinner at some random place, and they're like, oh wow, I love this food. And I'm
Oh,
like,
wow,
guys,
this is a
you were
nice
paid. You were
chicken."
paid thousands for this. Stop.
Strangely enough, I actually have watched that film in English. It's one of the films of that era that I did actually see in its original language, but yeah. I don't remember that line specifically. Gotta look back at that.
Yeah, that's not great. I don't remember
I've
the
been
exact
only
line, but
exposed to
you.
2 Nick Jr. cartoons, Blue's Clues and Dora the Explorer. This
Blue's
is
Clues was my
live
childhood.
action. Oh wait, no, it's the new version. Never mind. One episode of SpongeBob and the first SpongeBob movie. That's all I've been exposed to from Nickelodeon content. Good to know.
Yeah, I loved Blue's Clues in my childhood. The new Blue's Clues can burn it.
Okay, interesting
Hate
take.
it.
I've only ever heard positive things until now about that.
They have an email song.
Yeah, that. Well, I mean, okay.
That alone should be able to. Okay, there's a lot of things, but that alone should be a good selling point. All right, you do not change the letter song. If you listen to the email song and really listen, it sounds like they keep on wanting to try and do like hip hop rap and then deciding, never mind, I'll go back to normal rhythm of letter song. And they just keep doing the cycle over and
see.
over and over until it's finished.
I see. Okay. Hey there, I'm
We
late.
just got a
I'm late.
letter.
I'm Dad. Anyway. New Blues Clues isn't that bad, different but not distasteful.
It's
apart from the email song,
terrible.
apparently.
It's terrible. Absolute garbage.
It does make sense to like update letter to email, to be honest, but maybe not to rap. In fact, I can barely like imagine Steve rapping. That doesn't compute for me.
Steve
weirdly.
wasn't there.
Okay, whichever host, I mean, sorry.
Yeah, that's the thing. I watch, and the thing is, I've said this, I don't know if I've said this on stream before, but whenever I was little, right, for the most part, my childhood shows were all like on DVD, so almost all of my childhood shows were actually before I was born.
That makes sense. Same thing for me, actually. I didn't start watching actual live TV until I was 7.
Yeah. Blue's Clues is both real and animated. Anyways, that was my asking, by the way.
Yeah, I'm just posting that on there.
Yeah. And I watched all of the Steve stuff because here's the thing though, my DVDs never went into like the era where his brother was a thing. Nor did I get the episode where he left.
Yeah, no, I only saw that one from Quentin Reviews again.
Yeah,
You're going to watch Amphibious Season 3 after you watch the first 2 seasons. Easy to binge watch. Oh, we should watch Season 3 of something after we watch Season 2 and Season 1. That sounds like a good process of events. I like that.
Yeah.
I like that idea.
But I
just thought Mrs. Pepper reproduce more.
but years ago,
okay.
I was
good to know. Thank you for that mental
wanted...
image.
Yes. But no.
It's bad enough trying to figure out how Paprika was born.
My
personal theory of how Paprika was born was the same way that Athena was born in Greek mythology. She sprouts out of Mrs. Pepper's head.
Yeah. So whenever my nephew was little, I was like, okay, so I'm gonna show you Blue's Clues because that was my thing. That was my number one childhood show. All right. And so I was like, I'm gonna show you this. Oh darn, it doesn't air anymore. Then I was like, okay, maybe it's on demand or something. So I looked it up. I was like, oh, I can't even do that. Shoot, and I don't have any of my old DVDs anymore.
Oh, and that's when you realized that. Oh yeah, it was from. That makes sense, yeah.
And so I was like, oh darn. And then years later, about I don't remember if it was last year or this year, but the remake, right? The first episode of the remake airs, and my nephew's like, oh, I want to watch Blue's Clues, and I'm like, sure, okay, let's do it. I'm very excited for this. This is gonna be awesome. Who is this? This ain't Steve.
Yeah.
Actually, I'm really happy for Steve from Blue's Clues. He's really like shaped his life out of that phase in his existence.
This is just some dude named John, and I was like, who is this? I don't know who John is. And then it just was a downward spiral. And then they started singing the email song, and my nephew looked at me and goes, "This is what you watched when you were little, Auntie Chris?" No, it wasn't. And I was actually confused because afterwards I was like, so why isn't Steve there? And so I went back and found a YouTube like version of the episode where Steve leaves, and I was like, I didn't know Steve left. What? That was a thing in the original Blue's Clues? That's news to me.
So a guy called Joe, I think, replaced him.
Yeah, it was like Joe or John. I know it started with J.
Yeah.
And he's still carrying the show in the remake. He's not the same though. Although he looks kind of similar, but no, he's not the same. Okay.
Interesting.
Oh yeah, also just like to point out, Blue is gigantic.
Okay.
There was another show that I never heard of that happened between Blue's Clues and before the remake.
Okay.
And it was like a full live action thing. Except I want to say the background. I think the background might have still been animated most of the time, but the dogs and the animals
We just got a green
and
screen.
all
We
that.
just got a green screen.
Yeah, basically everything except for the background was live action. If you look at images of that, not
We just got a
only
green
not
screen,
only
and mostly nothing else.
yeah, and not only is it horrific to look at in a real life like standpoint, but there's another point where you can see a pillar within the house, and then you see Blue, who is equal size to the pillar.
Is Blue becoming the new Clifford? I want to like now do like a video edit of like what Blue would sound like at that size, just like pitch shift the box all the way down. Or something.
Like, I don't think they acknowledged that one, but it was terrifying. Yeah, William, it was all puppets, but yeah.
Right, well, I've learned a lot today. Let's watch a math now.
Your old man who's old.
Which is why you don't need the money from the house, because you're old.
But I made the
Old people don't need money. What are they going to use it for? Living?
house, so I've earned the money.
And your son wants to make friends and people happy.
Well, then maybe my son should make his own money to do that for his friends.
Are they FaceTiming each other? Because otherwise this makes no sense to do. Tail that never fails makes me want to mag my tail. When it comes, I want to wail. I don't know the tune, so I'm gonna bail.
I'm only selling the house for what it's worth.
Oh, and we're out of the trance now. And yes, why do you need more people?
My cuteness didn't work!
Gosh, I
It's
would
not like you
fist
can see
bump
your
you
cuteness
from
over the
screen.
phone, you know.
It's
Oh,
made of
thank you,
glass.
Aaron. I'd say it was FaceTiming. I said they should have FaceTimed.
Oh.
Come on.
It would have worked on me.
Thank you,
Of course it would, Afmal.
Alright, now we have to figure out a way to help Gene and his stupid friends afford that house.
Wow. So much for making more friends, Gareth. Very nice.
What about what your mom said?
Huh? What do you mean?
Well, she said it herself, and so did your dad just now. They're only selling the place for what it's worth.
Yeah, we went through last episode. Remember Ziana being devious.
Yeah? So... Oh, I get it!
Took you an episode.
We need to bring down the value of the house to Gene can afford!
We don't need you spelling it out, Gareth!
Why did
Exactly,
you take a
but
whole
what can we-
episode to figure it out?
I mean,
Garth,
it's
you're
fine if
not
he
the-
did, but we don't need it spelled out to us verbally. Come on.
Garth, you himbo.
I've got the perfect idea!
I
was swore.
Somewhat doubt that.
Group huddle!
I just watched like an Icarus video where they talk about like where he talks about dingo pictures and like using that idea from like behind. At least here it's done properly. I'm not sure if that's a common thing in kids cartoons anymore, so that might be missed on Afmal's audience, but you know what? I don't care. It's amazing. He sounds like the grandmother from Rhapsody Street Kids Believe in Santa. Oh, forever did. It's like a Christmas.
Are you actually saying something, Garth, or are you just making the noises for effect?
Oh my word. Of
What?
course.
I wanted the effect. Okay, but really, here's the real plan. Alright, so, it's pretty obvious my dad doesn't want to sell
Oh wow, Aiden's missing out on the cinematography this episode.
the house at a lower price than what he's asking for.
Yes, we saw that scene and last episode. Get a move on.
Right?
Right.
So, the only logical solution is to take out my dad.
Yes, the only
From
logical
the
solution.
inside.
This is why you're not Spock.
Right.
Are you suggesting we poison your dad? Gareth!
No. Sorry, poor choice of words. What I was trying to say was that we have to take him out from the inside, meaning we have to get inside the house and make a huge mess of it.
You know what? He's right. That was a poor choice of words. You could just say that, idiot.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because you made it sound like
Yeah, I thought Gareth was trying to plot a murder or something.
We know what you thought. We don't need it spelled out to us. We're not 2. Even
You're
Appleboy
right.
isn't
We're
that
15.
young. Jeez.
really did make it sound that way.
Yeah, but then again, it's Gareth. He's never really been good with words.
We've seen the show. Again, we don't need this verbally. This episode has poor script writing. I feel this, again, season 3.5, I think the thing with this is that the reason it's so unmemorable is because Jess didn't know what she was doing at this point. This is when she started going through a bit of writer's block, and that's why Jason came in for season 4 as well. It's kind of starting to show a little bit that even her actual whatever story she did come to put together weren't really the best, and possibly weren't the best processed. It's the kind of stuff that I would look at a script and be like, we don't need this, we don't need this, we don't need this, we don't need this.
Guys, I'm right here.
Yeah, but he must have
It's
known
very,
how it sounded.
it's very early Fallen Angels. I'll put it that way, people, so people understand what I mean.
Yeah, but again, it's Gareth.
Point taken.
Guys!
When did we talk about Felix? What? Okay, what he did to... Okay, well, first of all, when did we talk about... That was like no segue into talking about Musing Girl. And second of all, what he did to Raina was way worse than we did to Marwick. With Raina, he kept her prisoner for ages. There's like brainwashing her into developing some form of Stockholm syndrome, so she would go along with his plan willingly, and then mutated her body permanently for the rest of her. Well, that's the same thing as saying permanently. I don't need to say that again. With Marwick, he threw a tranquilizer dart, like a syringe, at him, and put him to sleep. I guess he kidnapped him for a bit, but that was like that was what was in the heat of the moment as an act of desperation to keep his plan put together, and
like
B, not for that long. Raina suffered way worse than he did.
That's like a Yandere Simulator brand kidnapping. Just throw shit at him. It'll work. I promise.
And BB, that will count as today's stream slip up.
Yeah.
All right. I liked him more when he hurt Raina. Yes,
Oh
your opinion
my
of
God.
Raina
What
is well known. But however, objectively speaking, fan opinions aside, objectively, what he did to Raina was way worse. Like that.
I felt so uncomfy watching all of that. It gave
Good.
the wrong vibes entirely.
Okay, well,
It's a torture scene. It's meant to feel uncomfy.
Not that type of torture, though.
I mean, it's not like it like he was like, oh well, you're not going to comply. Well, I guess I'll have to use other methods, and brings out a drill or something. No.
I'm picturing other forms of assault.
Okay.
And I told you that back when you were making those episodes. It was so sus.
Yeah, I know. Then again, you are the only person who drew that connection, so I was okay, I'm not sure how to address this because there's only one person who's actually brought it up, and also I have to move on with the series. I don't know.
Do we have something we need to talk about, girl to girl?
I don't know.
No.
And also, she got.
Also, why is chat back?
You know what? Since episode 12, weirdly enough, Raina's got more sympathy after episode 12. Like, not just from Josh, from other people as well. I think Quadzi as well was during when we watched the actual episode together. People are starting to see now that, yeah, it's not entirely on Raina's shoulders, everything that happens. Like, Christ. There's almost like a victim blaming culture developing in here, almost, but not quite.
God, now it really is like an anime.
And do anime tend to have victim blaming cultures?
No, but their fan base does.
That is fair. I can see that happening, to be honest.
Homura did nothing wrong.
I now believe
Thanos was right.
Right. We've all heard Thanos was right and stuff. Oh, apparently not the only one who came to that conclusion. You're the only one who came forward with that conclusion. I'll rectify that statement then.
Can we please focus here?
Sorry.
Sorry, we got sidetracked.
All right, we're going to go into the shed and get some tools, and then we'll do the deed.
How about ninja masks?
What?
Well, we don't want anyone to see us
I
doing
noticed,
this in
Emily.
broad daylight, right? We have to hide our identity.
You could just cut to this being a thing, like just show that. See, when Sylvana and Ziana disguise themselves, I can't believe I'm gonna give Sylvana credit for something, but she doesn't actually like verbally confirm the actual like disguise plan with Ziana beforehand. We actually just see them do it. We see them in like the makeup after it's been applied and everything. They don't just be like, oh yeah, we go. Let's put on makeup, like we're all the details. Oh yeah, we're gonna dress fully in black, and then we're gonna storm over, and then the audience gonna be shown the exact thing we just told them. It doesn't quite work the same way. The reason that films like Mission Impossible and stuff get away with doing that is because they have visuals in the background and they use explanation via voiceover. And sometimes in other in other things, you see them actually like carrying out the plan as they're explaining it. Like in films like the Ocean series and stuff, they sometimes do that. So it actually like if you actually get entertainment value for it. You don't just like have to have three characters talking in granted an interesting shot for them, but just talking about what we're about to see. It's the same issue I had with Reborn Part 1, actually, all the way in Season 6. And I made my thoughts very vocal about that. So I don't know if, Josh, if you've seen those reviews yet, as I recommended. But if you haven't, they're still there. If you want to know my thoughts on Season 6, then they're all definitely there.
Yeah, the reason Scooby-Doo got away with this and not Aphmau is because Scooby-Doo had funny voices. Maybe Aphmau should add some funny voices, and then it would work.
Well, this is a scene with Gareth in it.
But he's no Shaggy.
I mean,
right.
that's fair. Well, I mean, do you see Gareth ever working as a detective? I mean, he just had a neighborhood watch plot, and he was
He's
awful
no
at
Scooby
it.
either.
Right,
Well, I mean,
no Scooby.
I don't know.
He's
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, the animals don't talk here. Unfortunately, we get more character out of them probably if they did.
Right. Give us. I mean, they already got the bright colors down. Now give us the funny voices,
Yeah.
and then
Is it going to go down? Should I point to Margaret for kidnapping him? Well, first of all, he did way worse to Raina. So if he's got to apologize to anyone first it's got to be Raina. I can't people think about it. It's like in universe, that's what's got to happen. Scooby-Doo was also surrounded around a dog. Ah, yes, that's why they get away with verbal exposition. That makes perfect sense. Thank you for clarifying.
But the thing is, that dog and its owner had funny voices.
Aha.
So you're just saying to make MyStreet better, we just slap funny voices on it.
Well,
Yes.
to make this episode better, not necessarily MyStreet overall.
Yes, you're getting my exact point. Actually, I think I have a funny hunch that these complaints wouldn't happen as much if it were Scooby or Shaggy. Is all I'm saying.
Everything you fought to protect, everything you have tried to save, will return to nothing, and all your little toys are mine. See, it doesn't have the same punch in terms of the actual everything you fought for, everything you have tried to save will return to nothing. It doesn't have like.
Oh, you're right. You're absolutely right. It has none of the same punch, but people wouldn't complain about it. They would get away with verbal
you do
exposition.
know what happens right in after that speech, right?
No, I forgot almost all of season 6.
Okay, I'll give you a clue. Dancing Mad.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's that scene. They still complain. Yeah.
But still, all I'm saying is in a moment like this, get yourself a talking dog and everything's better.
Aha. Okay, is Pop turning into a good person and beef Yes, he's a piece of beef now. Yes.
Beef.
God.
Oh,
I
and be
guess we
friends
can
with
really
Morwenna
say that
and her
Morwenna has
friends.
beef with Pop.
Okay. Well, Josh, tell me this. I'm going to ask you guys another question. Why on earth would I tell you that? As the show creator, why would I give away something like that? I have no incentive to do that, so I'm not going to tell you.
The people that would see would be the people that we already know, and they wouldn't tell.
Yeah, but you never know. Maybe there's a mole in our group.
Ugh, you two can't take anything seriously. Oh, now come on.
Hypocrite much? Neighborhood watch? Uniforms? Cop thing?
Let's go get our
Good
tools.
cop, bad cop? Last arc? Why does Zane have a bear in the corner of his room? That's ominous. Oh, speaking of that, actually, I'm not sure if Monet's still here, but just in case, when I was packing, actually, I brought James. I thought that'd be I don't know. Maybe
You tell me you got a monkey.
Oh yeah, it's because I don't know. He happened to be downstairs at the time when I was watching Encanto. Yes, that was exactly what happened. I was watching Encanto with Monet, and
You should have told me. I would have made out with your monkey.
Right. Well, that was that's not the double date I was thinking of. But yeah. I thought it'd be nice. I don't know. Maybe I can make him some sort of mascot or something like that. I don't know. Maybe do a bit of voiceover.
Monkey says no, guys. Remember,
yeah, I know, because you just
consent
met.
is important.
You just
my
met.
PSA of the day.
Yeah. Yeah, don't smooch people you just meet on that day, regardless of how many anime pratfalls you've seen.
It's not my fault that he happens to be a monkey.
Yeah. Now our bears will not be apart. James, you've got to tell me something. Have you become trans species?
Also, Emily made a good point.
Mm-hmm.
That series coming out next year. Very excited about it. The mini season where Pop finally becomes a school shooter.
Oh yeah, of course. Again, incentive to reveal. Don't worry, Ghosty. It's like a running thing she's been saying for years. Oh yeah, Pop should become a school shooter.
It was a real pitch at one point. I'll have you know that. I actually begged him for that because I thought it would be a fun series to write about Pop. And I think it's really catching on.
No.
I mean, doing a series about Pop, the idea in itself is not a bad idea. In fact, I think I actually did start writing a script of like Pop's perspective from like the actual from season 1 of the musical. I think that would have been interesting. But that's as far as I go with that. I wouldn't be like, oh yeah, because I mean, it's sad to say that it's cliche for an American student or something to actually go down that route. But yeah.
Well, yeah, I mean, something tells me if I were British, I wouldn't have thought of that pitch. It's the true American dream.
Yes, the true. Yeah, okay, that's a sentence that would need to be unpacked. Apparently, Curse4 I just got a notification that Curse4 just crashed. I didn't have it open.
I mean, who writes to guns, everyone? Whoa!
Do we need to have a conversation, human to human? Because I'm really worried about you right now.
I love how you've gone from girl to human to human. We're at that level of concern right now, and I agree completely. All right. Is their dad Evan still alive? Well, Aiden's already given this away. Yes, he is. There was nothing in Through Horizon that said he was dead. He was being kept in hospital. That was the point.
Oh, I'm really glad I read that all the way through a second time.
Pop should get into an accident and then be hospitalized temporarily. Oh, speaking of hospitalized people, and then find love, in the hospital?
Sure.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. I misread some of that at first. I had to read
that
because what I
our
read
recovery
at
beds
first,
were right next to each other.
Because what I read at first was something like
as I stared into his or her face, drugged out on morphine. I knew they were the one.
No, because what I read at first was, nah, Pop should get into an accident, then be hospitalized temporarily, and then find love and die at 25 of cigarettes.
Yeah, apologies to everyone when Pop's like 25 or something, so it's been a long time. I mean, it would be a long time. I mean, I mean, they started up the show started off with the characters being age 12, and we're only now just barely into them being 14. So you know, it's gonna be a while before they're 25. If the show continues, I will be doing time skips, but
Yeah, yeah.
not too pronounced. Not too pronounced because I like seeing the characters actually grow up and evolve. There'll be reasons behind the time skips for any of them.
Exactly. Pop canonically dies of liver damage.
Why? What?
Because I've decided it.
Okay, now you're going to Aiden territory.
I've decreed it so, and it's never going to get on video. So who's to say anything different?
I mean, the pitch decree itself is on video now. Or Pop gets amnesia and then meets someone else there, and that's how Pop recovers because Pop lost memories and is sort of running on empty.
Oh boy, that's definitely not cliche.
That's not.
Yeah,
I
know, right? Yeah, that's.
That's not a.
It feels like that's every long-running show ever. Main character gets hospitalized, gets amnesia, then remembers everything, and nothing changes by the end of it.
To be honest, like I could see like a show about somebody recovering from amnesia, but like as the main characters, like that's the starting point, and you get to learn more about like what the person that they were before like as the show proceeds. But it wouldn't
like
be like
shooter.
No, because if at that point they've gotten amnesia, they wouldn't be released back into like they'd just be like a prison show. That's not quite what I meant. I was like I meant like, you know, their friends and family fill them in or something like that, you know.
Yeah.
And they get like random bits of flashbacks or something, and they try to like recover what traditions and chemistry they had with the people before, or ones they didn't have in the first place. You know, their entire personality could actually change. That's the kind of amnesia thing that I would want to explore, not just, you know, antagonist character gets amnesia because plot convenience.
Yeah. Emily says that she dies from cancer and regrets everything as she died. I like how everyone, I can't tell if it's because of me or because of Maya or both, but everyone seems to have accepted that she will die at the age of 25.
Yeah, it's like at the oldest. Like, come on.
I
just want Pop to find love and then have a lot of guilt and also die, apparently.
The reasons may be unknown. Maybe shot by the police, maybe of cancer, maybe of liver damage, maybe of smoke.
The lover met after amnesia. Was that like your thing for amnesia? Just call it amnesia. Okay.
I'm concerned for all of you. Should I call the police?
Yeah. Okay. So actually, the thing that I'm doing with Pop now actually is particularly because she was so absent in season 2, you start to see like the hints of like the decline that Morwenna actually like put her through because of, you know, humiliating her in front of the entire school, and also in class that one time as well. So yeah, basically, I will say in season 3, what happens with Pop is that she does go on a downward spiral of sorts, and actually does like blame Morwenna as a result because she's unable to see that, you know, she was at fault at first. Then it slowly starts to sink in as you kind of go on. But you'll get to see that arc in more detail. I won't say any more about that. But yeah. Okay, we've moved down from 25 to 15. Yep.
This is only getting better.
No, stop! Why are you doing this?
Okay, and Pop should not be Morwenna's enemy anymore. You know the saying, "The enemy of my enemy is my friend." They should be friends.
That's
okay. Who is Pop? So who is Pop enemies with that Morwenna's also enemies with? Then please
I was about to say. The saying does not.
Who is the enemy of the enemy? You know, in that situation.
Yeah, that's a saying. They don't act. No show that's actually explored that saying. For instance, Fairly Odd Parents. They don't become friends. They just team up for like a week to defeat the enemy of their enemy.
Then again, there are a few very prominent shows where that kind of thing does actually happen after team ups, and they do stay friends after that. one of which, of course, being Dragon Ball. But there's nothing that's happened so far that, like, between Pop and Morwenna that indicates like they could actually be friends at all. If anything, what would happen is that they would just kind of be like acquaintances. They'd just be, hanging out. Like, there's too much baggage there for them to really properly forge a friendship at this stage.
I like this implication that Pop gets shot down. Pop got popped.
Okay, yeah, that's been a thing since episode 9 of season 2 was written, and that was quite some time ago. Because when I actually was going through and like typing out the dialogue, Aiden was there. So what we do when we write sometimes in Night is that I will take over like the dialogue, and he'll like go through a little bit and see if he'll like offer a few changes or something like that. And when I got to the part where she reveals that it was her plan all along, what happened with Marwick and such, then Aiden takes over and writes in stage directions directions that someone goes up to Pop and shoots her. Like, that was just put in the script right there.
Let's
that
go,
was a signal
getting
to
gunned
me
down at the age of 25.
That was a signal. That was a signal to me that I'd actually achieved what I wanted to do. Actually, as far as like reveal that in the proper moment and also portray Pop. Okay, so we've got another question. Oh wait, hold on a second. Teammates, till there's no common enemy, do they kill each other? Again, if this was an action show, then possibly. I mean, I don't know. Is Empress dating someone else since now she broke up with Felix? It's been 7 years. She doesn't seem to be.
Don't worry, I'll hook up with Empress.
I mean, if she was dating someone by season 2, I would have mentioned it. There's possibility in the future, but I'm just saying that, for right now, not really. And also, you haven't answered my question. Who is the common enemy that Morwenna and Pop both have?
God.
Oh, yeah, because
No.
we've definitely gone into...
Okay. You mean that one of them doesn't have resentment? Look at the tail and tell me they don't have some kind of resentment.
Yeah,
Hey,
that's fair. But then, I don't know. Pop probably wouldn't. She probably thinks that she's like
Pop probably thinks it's his fault that she's been humiliated so much.
Maybe. That sounds like
if
Salieri, to be
anything,
fair.
Pop would go against the writer.
Maybe Terry and Kylie. Oh yeah. So in this instance, what you're saying is, well, if anything, that doesn't make sense because you're saying the enemy is my friend. Well, in this instance, Terry and Kylie are the enemies of Morwenna, who is in turn Pop's enemy. So therefore, they should still be friends.
Okay.
By your own logic, that makes no sense.
Okay, well, here's the thing, Maya. Maya is also saying that like the energy of like the enemy of my enemy is useless, right? And they just end up killing it. Not Marvel did so. You had Venom, right? Everyone knows
Dragon
Venom.
Ball.
Well, I don't know anything about Dragon Ball, but
Jacob,
like
I've never seen Dragon Ball.
But you have
doesn't
like
matter. It's a good example.
You have like Venom, who's Spider-Man's like one of Spider-Man's bigger like foes. Mm-hmm. But a thing with it is in the last few years, almost half a decade, I think now actually. Mm-hmm. Venom switched over to Flash Thompson, continued being a villain, of course, but eventually just ended up working for like the government, ended up just becoming Agent Venom and like worked with Spider-Man on multiple occasions from then on. He's not really a Spider-Man villain anymore.
Yeah. Also, I'm pretty sure there's a bunch of people who tried to kill Goku back in the day, or like tried to defeat him, and then ended up teaming up with him over time. We've got Chaozu, Tenshin Han. I'm gonna skip Piccolo because he did technically kill Goku that one time, but yeah. Of course, Vegeta being the prime example, Frieza as well, Majin Buu. So I'm already on 2 hands now. That should show you. That's an indication right there.
Yeah.
I could probably spend more time and think about more examples. In fact, people could probably list more, If ArtDroid shows up, he probably got a list somewhere.
Yeah. Also, Maya, no, Agent Venom isn't in the films yet. I wasn't talking about the movie. I was talking about the comics. Also, what do you mean don't spoil Venom? If you were intending to see Venom, which came out in 2018, tell me, what have you been doing for the last 18, 19, 20, 21, 5 years?
I don't know, pretending that that's the only version of the series apparent of Venom the character, and not acknowledging the fact that, oh yeah, the comics don't match up with the films, weirdly. No, who'd have thought that for a Marvel
Been
movie?
going to school. That is 5 years.
It's just gone 4, but yeah.
5 years. Shut up, Maya.
Also, I want Empress's mind. I just wanted to like put that on
What do
screen
you
for a
mean?
bit.
Maya's
Empress
over
is to
here
Emily
like,
what Lucinda is to Ghosty.
Maya's over here like, oh, I've only read of Venom in Dujin. I've never heard of that, but Venom has been a villain since before you were born. What? I will admit, Venom 2 wasn't my favorite of the two. I wish Carnage had the opportunity to stay around for longer.
Oh, good. You finally both actually like agreed on something this stream. Jeez.
Yeah, Venom 2 is not great. The post credit was fun, but even that
Will
wasn't
there be
played
new
out too
characters
well.
in season 3? They're going to high school. Yes, there'll be new characters. That's how high school works.
Yeah. I can't explain why I don't like the post credit scene because No Way Home is
Because
still in
obviously you don't want to
theaters.
spoil the, yeah.
Yeah, No Way Home is still in spoilers, but the post credits of Venom 2 led into there, and it wasn't the best in my opinion.
Okay, we got it. Hi, MD Penguin. We're gonna carry on now. I think we're Marvel and Dragon Ball out or something.
I've never watched.
And Mutant Girl out too. There's been a lot of talk about that.
Why does he sound
Wow.
constipated?
It's been so long since I've slept
don't
in
know.
like
Zane
that.
is emotionally constipated.
That's a phrase I never thought
I
I'd hear in
feel
my life.
so refreshed, so relaxed.
Listen, look at my face and tell me
It's
that's a
almost
lie.
like nothing can ruin my.
I mean, I don't know.
He's not emotionally unconstipated until the end of season 6, when he has a breakthrough episode with his brother and finally starts going to therapy.
I mean,
Did he? I don't think he ever went to therapy.
No, I don't
No,
think so.
he-
Although,
no,
I
he
mean, I like to think that he probably did after the events of season 6, like at the end, considering he couldn't even say people's names anymore. But yeah,
My mood today. Not even stupid Gareth or Lawrence.
Zane. Okay, this is new.
Garbage. Why, I'm in such a good mood. I don't even mind taking it out.
Garbage. I didn't know Gareth was here.
He lives in the house. Hold on.
Now he lives outside like the hobo next.
Is that the
next
theme
door.
from Shrek? Like, like.
Yeah,
Get out of
that
my
is.
swamp.
All right, you know what? Never thought I'd say this, but Levi drink for Shrek.
Shrek, if you were North American, get out of my swamp, please. I don't want you here. Now leave.
That sounds more Canadian. It's very polite for Shrek. And also, yeah, Zane, don't jinx it. That's probably a
Get
good
out. I have a
idea.
Glock in my shed.
Yeah. What if Felix starts doing bad things again when he gets out of jail?
He will. That's how every villain works. That's why Red Hood and them murder them and shoot them in their skulls.
Yes, again, the Mutant Girl follows Marvel logic clearly. I mean, to be fair, it's been
Oh my
compared
god,
to the
it's not
X-Men
just
on
Marvel.
like themes.
In Red Hood isn't even a Marvel character. That's DC. The same
whoops.
logic applies. The same logic applies to like every villain ever. They never learn their lesson. That's like going to detention in school. That's like getting quiet time. That's all it is.
I mean,
Really?
yeah,
There is
detention is
some-
like a weird concept, you know.
If you have a villain that you intend to bring back, they didn't learn their lesson. Just kill them.
Okay, now once again we're getting into Aiden territory. You know, again, the part of the mutant girl point is that the characters are growing up and becoming better people. You know, more rounded. So
Well,
let's hope for
him
Felix
being
yet.
dead leaves no more room for issues.
Which is why I don't kill off characters in the mutant girl. I haven't until this point. I might do sometime in the future, but Aiden and I have been talking about this for a long time. Like, yeah, death would be like the ultimate thing. It's like, oh yeah, but you know, they come back as an angel because fallen angels and blah blah blah. But come on, that's not the point.
But my whole thing, right, is they won't have to cause any. They will have been in their final form if they're on the ground bleeding.
Exactly, which is why I don't want to get to that point before I'm absolutely certain with anyone.
I like the implication that the second they reach their peak, they just get sniped or something. Imagine that's how real life worked. You're a YouTuber who's just reached like the peak of their popularity. Hey, why do I see a red dot?
First time hearing Zane singing. Well, in that case, please go ahead and watch episode 11, season 1. You're a mean one, Mr. Zane. You really are a heel. I'm not going to sing the whole thing because, you know, Krimas is done. No Krimas.
Not Krimas. Not Krimas anymore. Ah!
They learned the lessons after and died after. Yeah.
What are you, a Neko? And ghost you over here.
Honestly,
going, yeah.
I mean, she is an actual furry, so you know, and we have talked about that.
Fair enough. You know what? Fair enough.
In fact, didn't you show up in like a cow onesie to one stream at some point, or was that just for the Okay, so that might just be for the Kolyoko watchings. I'm not sure. I have a question. Remember when Aiden said he wanted his mom to get cancer and die? Would you ever go through with that? Maybe, but you know.
Wait, that still doesn't make sense. Hold on. If your main persona is a cow, don't. Yeah. Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Then they fall in love. Oh, great. Oh, no. Not Powen. No. 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 I hate enemies to lovers so much.
Like, the enemies to lovers trope only works in a certain amount of circumstances.
Yeah,
And
the
like
only
Phoenix
time
High,
I,
actually.
the only time I've actually seen it
bad.
work. The only time I've ever seen it work is She-Ra. I'm gonna be honest. Everything else falls flat for me.
Phoenix Drop High?
Not really. No, I'm good.
Not even Phoenix Drop High. Interesting. Okay.
Yeah. No. They what they ended up evolving to was fun, but no, their origin didn't do it for me. It was just kind of there.
I see. I at least like the fact that they actually did have some sort of like history of being nice to each other beforehand. It wasn't just out of nowhere being like, wait a minute, what is this? Why am I constantly thinking about you? Wait, oh no, I guess I have feelings for you. Even though you've been nothing but terrible to me since the start. I guess we've got dates now. You know,
right, but realistically,
kiss, like, awful everything.
Here's the thing though. I wouldn't do that if it were me. Because
because you have common sense as a writer.
Well, no, not that. Not that. No, I mean, like, if I were in Aphmau's position. Because, like, yeah, I get it. Oh, wow, you were nice to me in the past. That's great and all. The problem is, like, you still kind of suck. You still, like, I understand, trauma and all that, but, like, that doesn't give you an excuse to just, you know, be terrible.
I think that's why it's good they didn't get together back in the day. Well, I mean, obviously they couldn't because prequel, but I do like the fact they didn't get together then because, you know, Aaron's going to work on himself, absolutely, and also, you know, he was graduating. That would be interesting. Okay, hold on. I've got a question that I think I've answered before, actually, but I'll answer it again. Why are you hating me to love beloved friends to lovers? Because at least with friends to lovers, there's already a prior established positive connection to be had. And It actually can be true to real life sometimes. There have been situations where people have like had. I mean, I've crushed on friends in the past. Actually, sometimes I've acted on that, and sometimes I haven't, and I've stewed in it for a long time. But that's teenage me, and I don't like to go back there necessarily too much. Even though it's documented on the internet forever. But yeah, point is, like, you actually do. Like in the case of friends lovers, they cared about each other in either situation, and it actually involves taking a risk and going forward into something else. So it's not actually that bad. And to be fair, like honestly, that's kind of like what happened to us in a way. You know, we started talking about became like proper friends. You know, after quite some time, and then eventually became lovers. So the very trope that you seem to despise is what happened in your life. It's very strange lack of connection there.
I'm very confused now because it makes it seem as if that's not how things normally work.
I know. It's like saying, oh yeah, I must start by hating someone first before I then decide to commit to a relationship with them.
But to me, every relationship I've ever had has been friends to lovers.
Yeah, as was mine, including the one I'm in right now, where the person just asked me why I like friends to lovers.
So I'm a little confused on that one. That's how a normal relationship works.
Yeah, that's how healthy people get together.
All right, we're not trying to get the American household here. We're trying to get a relationship.
Absolutely, yes. You know, I mean, the only American dream we're talking about here is Pop become a school shooter. That was again.
See now you're coming around. Now you're coming around.
You literally said I was an American dream before. I was
exactly. Look, guys, he's coming around.
I said we're talking about it, not agreeing to do it.
Let's
different.
Go.
Wait, Pop X Bueno, Judas X Terry, and Reina X Kylie, and pulling every Drowy fanfic ever. Ugh, great. Then we start on Drowy now. That's another can of worms I've gone down in the past.
Oh my god. Okay. You asked if I needed therapy. I wish you could see the many pitches I've given Jacob. And that's another thing. I have complained about this so much, and I don't know how to work on this. I really have good ideas. I think I do. I'm still proud of most of my ideas, but I have no wills to write the good ideas I have.
Yep, and that's what happens. I keep saying this to people. That you actually just have to go for it. You don't necessarily refine it to the point of perfection immediately. Just get something out there and get people interested. That's how the Mutant Girl episode 1 is far from perfect. You know, the rest of the series evolved and improved since then. It's only because I actually dared to post the first one. I was like, I'm going to take a risk here or something. It's the same thing with people doing voice acted gacha shows, and they actually just. And they focus so much on getting I need all these lip syncers and background makers and prop designers and sometimes music people and singers for the songs that are already written by the people. So what's the point of doing covers for them anyway? And because they're not going to write original ones. And then
I haven't even
and voice actors, and then they forget that they have to manage all these people that might not be as invested in the project because they haven't seen the project. There's no prior commitment for them. And no incentive because they're not professionals. And people always miss this point, and they wonder why so many VA shows get cancelled. It's always that reason, basically. Otherwise, is that reason or because school commitments? It's one or the other, or both, always.
Also, Joshua, there are fanfics of Fallen Angels. Not Fallen Angels, but Mutant Girl.
Oh, I was going to say, I don't remember there being a Fallen Angels one yet.
Yeah.
Fanfic writers get on that, maybe, but yeah.
You say that, it's gonna happen.
Yeah, of course. I mean, AIM deserves fanfics too. AIM deserves to know what the horror that he put us through, actually.
Yeah. I hate that. There was a fanfic of Jacob and I. That's a thing that exists somewhere.
There's actually 2.
Was it 2? I thought it was only 1.
Well, we made one video. The other one, I think we read, but we didn't actually make a video about it.
Top 10 reasons why I'm not a YouTuber.
It's okay. You get used to it eventually.
I wish Felix could be redeemed, but he's too cruel. There is no redeeming Felix. He will continue to do this until he gets old and dies of old age. I think you've missed the entire point of Vegas's character. Go back and watch like particularly through her eyes, but also just all of season 2. Get comfortable with the motivations, and then come back and tell me the same thing.
Plot twist, that's not at all how it is. He just wants double the views.
I mean, ulterior motives of mine aside, like, actually, you've missed the entire point of... Well, hold on. I've got an overlay for that too. Boom! I get to use it. Finally.
I actually have a picture that is just a general usage for me. I have it somewhere in my computer, but it's the hold up meme, but it has my logo on it.
Fair enough. If you want to, I can send that over and I can put it on for future overlays. I like those. Also, if anyone missed it before, I also have this one. Anyway.
I've sent it.
Yeah. If there's anyone to ask least, it's me. What is that? I think that was like when we were talking about like I think that was like back when we were still discussing Friends Still Lovers, I think. And yes, I don't ask you for consistency. Give opinions sometimes, but also not occasionally. Depends on the situation. Pop becomes a who. Every who in Whoville despised Pop a whole lot. Right. I'm surprised no one made Wattpad fanfics of the musical. Oh, that's what we said before. Yeah, actually, most of the fanfics of the musical are on Wattpad. Actually, if you
I love Who's. They're great for comedy. I have rewatched. Well, I did rewatch the eggnog video from Unis Honest.
I was about to say
so many times.
Oh yeah, well, also the carving the roast beast. You know, while Mark is just busy simping over Martha May Whovier.
Well, I like it because they made a bunch of callbacks to the same jokes, but but no, the eggnog video is priceless to me. I watched it so many times because God, I can't repeat half of the jokes on this channel, but they were great.
Yeah, that's true. I've seen compilations of Mark and Ethan being R-rated. Yeah. Okay. Oh, wait. We've also got people saying, "Oh yeah, they resolved to write some Fallen Angel stuff." So yeah, even if I don't get Josh to rewatch season 2, at least I've done promo for Aiden. You know what? I can be happy today. No, you make it really curse Drowy curse fanfic for Aiden. Yeah, I'd have to read more Drowy fanfics, which I've intentionally stayed away from until very recently. But yeah, I did watch Through Her Eyes like today in the morning. Then how exactly do you say that Felix is still evil? I'm not lying. We did watch Through Eyes in its entirety. That's fine. I'm just saying rewatch it and actually analyze what his motivations are, because the whole point is that he's doing it for reasons that there isn't that for because he actually snapped after what Agatha said in that episode. Yeah, he actually imagine your 7-year-old little sister saying that she would rather be dead. That's gonna shatter your entire being. And then afterwards, the reason that he went about the things the way that he did is because he couldn't actually wait. He couldn't go through the whole procedure. He had to put everything to it himself and go the unethical route, because that's the only way that he saw forward.
Yeah.
And yeah, I did. And Monet, I said until very recently, I was referring to that basically.
Oh, that's so sweet. That's so sweet.
I know, right? So romantic. Sending me.
I think that was such a good favor. You know what? You should show your appreciation right here on this stream. You should listen.
I'm not listening to the 3-hour
chapter.
Audiobook on a.
You should listen to the first chapter of the 3-hour fanfic of Drari.
Okay. Question actually, particularly for Monet, should I do that on this channel? Because I'm gonna trust your
Let's
judgment.
go reactions.
And yes, Emily, you're right. Episode 12, he did say his motive straight up. And he should die as a consequence. Oh yeah, I wanted to help my sister. Put a bullet in me. You people have no compassion, honestly.
Again, this is just becoming an anime.
Oh, and speaking of anime, welcome Super Goku. That was incredibly well timed.
Oh no, we summoned you.
Oh yeah, thanks for telling me. She shouldn't have to tell you. It's like right there anyway. What? Oh wait, that's Dante and Travis's trash from the last episode when it got teleported away. Right, I see. I mean, the clues in the tacos, honestly, to be honest. How was Zane's scream higher pitched than Dante's? I thought the whole point was that Dante was the higher one. We said a 14-year-old should become a school shooter and A becomes a school shooter and B die.
You're
I know.
Correct.
People seem to forget that Pop is a young teenager. So he's just a spoiled child. Like everyone's like super up in arms about what she does.
You are correct, Emily. See, the problem though is that is just barely scratching. That is just barely scratching the line. Okay, it is still okay for the channel, just one step further and not so much. So whenever you're reacting to fanfic, especially fanfic, you really gotta make sure you don't have a lot of intercourse and or swearing.
Yeah.
Probably gore either.
Yeah, the fanfic of Us like had like one reference to intercourse like at the very end, like the last line, and that
was
it.
like the climax. What do you mean? No pun intended, actually.
I was about to
no pun intended. Wait a second. Okay.
I'm glad that you called that. Yeah.
Poor choice of words.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Mm-hmm. All right, let's now. Yes.
Ma'am, are you okay? I heard her screaming.
Ma'am?
Yeah, because again,
Zane?
high pitch scream.
Was that you screaming?
Is he going to own up to it? That's the question.
All right, let's go over the plan once more to make sure everyone has it.
Hi. Got well received, I guess.
What?
I cannot believe you wore a ninja mask.
Aw, what's the matter? You want to see my pretty face?
No,
Probably.
It's just we're in broad daylight, so you wearing a ninja mask while we're sneaking around makes us look very suspicious.
This is Monet trying to be flirtatious with me, and I'm just applying logic to the situation.
It does not.
Yes, it does.
Jealous you didn't think of it first?
Now this is just Mimi and I's conversations.
Are you gonna let her get away with this?
Don't talk to the ninja like that, Aaron.
And also, why would Gareth have any sway on what Afmal does? That makes no sense.
What's Whipter? I want an explanation here. What is Whipter?
I think that's like saying winter, but with like your nose blocked by a mask. It's winter. I don't know. I'm wearing a ninja mask.
Emily, you didn't know what.
I'm now very sad that Quanzi indirectly told me what climax meant.
You
well,
didn't know what climax meant?
Not everyone starts off with that knowledge. Everyone's pushed out with that with a dirty mind, you know. Some of us get corrupted over the years. Anyway.
You guys are weird.
I'm pretending I didn't hear, so hey, you compared me to Aaron before, so I guess it does follow that you have some traits of Aphmau. Depends. Both vastly shorter. Anyway.
Your point, Emily. I knew way before your age.
Yeah. I mean, I say some people did, but actually, to be honest, I didn't. Well, partly because again, by that age I was, in Spain. So and then afterwards, like I think when I first moved over, I really just there was like one kid who's like went over like every dirty like word I'd never heard in my life beforehand. And he started off by doing that. Then he saw that I didn't know any words at all. It's like, oh yeah, ask a girl. I never did. Not that it mattered if I did, because I was friends with all the girls, but still. Others get corrupted in an instant. I mean, that's true, yeah. Anyone who's seen Tammy the Bad Boy for the first time and has never had that experience before.
She is not a ninja!
Yes, I am. I have a ninja mask.
Just because you...
That's not the qualification. You have to have that martial arts training is what makes you a ninja.
Wear a ninja mask doesn't
I
make you a
too
ninja.
am a
Does
ninja.
this mean it?
Uh-huh. Yeah, great. You know what? There we go.
Hey,
Look
where
at
did
me.
Jacob
Am I a ninja
go?
now?
Guys, wait, I can't find him. Hang on. Wait, no, seriously, this isn't a bit. Wait, what? Did he just, like, go invisible? Is there, like, a green
It
screen?
was
Oh my god!
Yeah.
Oh my god! Where did you go?
Every kid's birthday party ever. He's right there! The adults, no, he isn't.
Dora the Explorer, anyone?
I mean, Dora doesn't deny what the other person says.
Okay, yeah, but still, the kids are like, there. Where are they? Where are they, little children?
It's like, do you see the monkey? That's right.
I
He's
see
on my
the
knee.
He's not on my knee.
See, I told you all, James is going to be a good mascot.
James is the mascot of the butter.
I mean, yeah, because my last mascot, died like 2 years ago.
Oh, that's right. I have his son, don't I?
Yeah, you do. Why did Jacob leave his own stream? Hey, sometimes I just like leave for a bit. Don't scare me like that. I always come back. That's fine.
Jane is a ninja.
Right. His mask looks awfully similar to mine.
I never knew the ninja bloodline carried in my family.
That's not how it works!
It's great to meet
This would be like an actual like modern Athmal video today, adopted by family of ninjas. Like that would actually be a thing. In fact, if that's not a thing already, Athmal's going to make it at some point. I guarantee.
No, she won't. She's finished.
Dora taught me nothing but rage and impatience. Fun fact: when I was 5, I got like a Dora the Explorer book, like a printed book of one of the episodes or something.
Yeah.
And it was in English and in Spanish. It had the English on one paragraph. And yes, it was a paragraph book. I was trying to learn to read before kindergarten, so I was on paragraphs by then. But what I wasn't on was having the second paragraph be in Spanish. And that's when I first learned about the Spanish language. And then 2 years later, moved to Spain and, had to become fluent. So
what is this? I see sigh in here. Sound it out, kids. Okay.
yeah.
Sigh.
Sit.
It says
Yes.
sit in this
Yes.
person.
Hola.
Hola.
fellow ninja Garth.
I.
Ninjas do not say I!
It's ninja code.
Aye. Aye, we be ninjas.
Pretty sure ninja pirates are already a thing.
Yes, actually, that is true. Although pirates and ninjas seem to be like rivals in lots of senses. Yeah.
No.
Maybe there's some sort of like pirate ninja love story somewhere out there. I don't know, like a classic like Romeo and Juliet situation.
Non-ninjas wouldn't understand.
Minus the 5-year age gap, hopefully.
Right, back to business. We're going to break into the house here. Once we do, we're going to mess it up so bad that it will be pretty much worthless. Then my dad will have no choice but to sell it to G.
So we just vandalized the property.
That's right. And if this doesn't work,
Okay, hold on. Got a piece of uncooked popcorn. Wait a second. Just have to put that aside for a second. Yeah. And get ready. Okay, I'm ready. We already went over this! That was like the first scene! We discussed this plan. Ziana, in the last episode, said this pretty much. Afmal, your audience is not stupid. We can get this stuff without being refreshed in our minds constantly. I know that I'm putting it up so that, you know, because we're talking about a bunch of stuff in the stream, it wouldn't be taking a long time. But we're barely halfway through the video. We don't need it spelled out for us all the time. Unless you wanted it to be broken down and discussed amongst like a bunch of things and pause and restart it 5 years later, in which case, thank you, Afmal, for considering my position. But I respectfully decline.
I don't know what will.
I think it's a good idea, but how do you plan to get inside, Gareth?
Oh, don't you worry, sweet little Afmal.
Gee, how does Gareth plan to get into a house? Really, the possibilities are endless.
I have my ways.
Yes, you do.
I knew it!
Oh, you did you? That's why you asked, of course. This episode. All right. Can you forget what I said about Felix? I didn't mean to upset you. You're right about everything. Next time I'll listen to you. I mean, you did listen after, you know, I said, so, you know, that's something. But yeah, it was just strange because I thought I was fairly clear about that in the episodes. But yeah, I forget that some people just kind of see like, oh yeah, you know, good people are good, bad people are bad kind of thing.
Okay. Am I the only one getting the vibes that, like, do you and Joshua know each other? Or there's
No.
something. Okay.
No, actually, no. Just met a few days ago via Aiden's channel.
Don't worry about a thing. I know how to put these doors back. Anyway, let's get to messing up stuff.
Gareth can turn back time. Where did they get those?
Magic.
See, that would have been a good reason to put Lucinda in the episode, but whatever.
It's
Beautiful!
Wow. This place is amazing.
Oh, I love that overlay filter. Too bad every single editing program I've ever used also has that editing filter.
I mean, yeah. I was gonna say, it does make it seem like it's much fancier, but apart from like a piano and a chandelier, it really looks about the same as the other houses on the block.
Oh yeah.
The kitchen.
I've noticed that this is something that
The kitchen is small in all actuality.
I mean, no, compared to the one I've got over here. Anyway, the I noticed that one thing that they do a lot in MyStreet is they will have scenes where they're going through different rooms and stuff and saying like, this is this room and this room and this room, and that's done to replace the times they'd be walking around in first person and
Yeah, Josh,
you know,
don't sweat
showing
it.
off the rooms themselves and exploring through each individual one like they did in season 1. And actually, in the remake of season 1, if you don't believe me, that's the exact same thing that happens. Afmal goes through the house and like walks into every room and says the same things, you know, like the kitchen, the living room, you know, the basement. I don't think he said the basement. She didn't go down the basement until later because, you know, obviously, Shiving Shrine. But still, close enough.
Oh, the bathroom!
And don't worry about it, Josh. It's
Wow.
okay.
Gareth, no wonder your dad didn't want to sell this place at a lower price.
This place is paradise. Wait, we have to take off our shoes. We need to enjoy the plush carpet.
Is Garth a real estate agent for his dad?
There, now we've taken off our shoes. Let's be sure to never have the camera show our feet for the rest of the shots for no reason. No reason at all. Oh, no, never mind. Okay, next shot. Aaron is there. Okay, fine. Did he take off his shoes? I didn't notice which one. What did he look like beforehand? Oh no, they actually did do a thing with it with his shoes off. You know what? Props to them.
Oh, Garth, no
Afro is
wonder
the
your
only
dad
one
didn't
who-
want to sell this place at a lower
Yeah, Afro is the only one who doesn't have a sock variant.
price.
This place is paradise.
Which is strange because like one of the things in her original skin people liked was the cat socks.
Wait, we have to take off our shoes. We need to enjoy the plush carpet.
Aren't you here to destroy the place?
Yep. Well, they were originally, but now they notice how beautiful it is. Can they destroy such beauty?
Yes.
Fair enough.
This stove has 6 burners!
Oh my
It sure does.
this bathroom!
That way you can prepare food amongst 6 people that are not going to be living there. Why is that a fun feature? Like, who uses all the burners on the stove at the same time anyway?
It's been hours getting ready for the day in
Actually, to be fair, the one I've got over here has 2. That's an exception.
here.
You already do!
Shut up.
This place is heaven. Why in the name of Irene did I hurt this place? I smashed the door in. I never felt so guilty.
It's okay, Garth.
And the door, it crumbles right before his eyes. But now Gareth realized that was unwise. Because he's in paradise. I've used all the burners. Felt like I was a mad scientist. See, that's why I keep saying that you and Aiden should have been... should have like swapped roles or something, because he's more like Empress in some regards and you're more like Felix. Anyway,
You didn't know. None of us could know.
This place
none of us can look through a window.
is so special.
Right there.
Tell me about it. I don't even want to put a dent into it.
What are we going to do? My daddy's going to come down to show this place off in the next hour.
What? Why would he show the what? Okay. You gave yourselves an hour to vandalize the property and get out of there without being seen. You're all idiots.
If we can't ruin this,
What's wrong with using all the burners? Nothing. It's just that usually people aren't preparing that many meals at the same time. That was my point. It's like having a car. That's like the car salesman like going like, oh yeah, this car can accelerate from 0 to 100 miles in 2 seconds or something like that. Meanwhile, every speed limit is like speed limit 50 miles. It's like, well, what's the point of the acceleration then? There is nothing. It's just a sales tactic. That's what I was saying. Favorite character in MyStreet? For years, I used to say Nekoet, who only appears very briefly in some mini series of MyStreet, but she is such a powerful character impression that honestly, she deserved that position. Nowadays, I'm not really sure. I mean, because the characters all have their advantages and disadvantages, and they're all so endearing. I can't really, pick one over the others. I can pick least favorite ones. I can pick ones that I don't like very easily, but out of the ones that I do like, I'm not sure which one ranks the highest, honestly.
place that it's sold for sure.
People used to say it was Travis because I did a lot of theories on Travis, but not really. Just the most mysterious character of the series at that time. At the time.
My favorite minor villain is Michi. I don't know, just kind of Michi's raw charisma. My favorite of the protags? Lucinda.
Of course, yeah. For you, it's a pretty easy choice, yeah.
Well, no,
Do I like
Lucinda.
Nicole? Yeah, I like Nicole. She's fine. Again,
Yeah,
not really too much
Nicole's
about
pretty
her, but yeah. I get more out of her diary's counterpart, to be honest.
Yeah.
Or
Well, we have over an hour, so let's try to get over how perfect this place
You
is.
guys have an hour.
Yeah, we're going to be showing this place within the next hour. So anytime within the next hour, someone could arrive. Oh, don't worry, we have over an hour. I can see why Aaron doesn't live in the business world. Jeez.
Right.
So
Travis, can you just tell me what this is about?
Oh, speaking of Lucinda, I didn't actually know she was going to be in this.
Lucinda, my beloved.
Lucinda, my beloved, clean up the trash.
You have to see it first.
What do I have to see? Oh my.
Why is Zane? Why is there a computer and a living dog? That dog was alive in the last episode. What happened to it?
It's still alive. It's breathing.
Did it inhale the fumes of the trash and perish?
Zane forgot to feed it.
Oh wait, no, it is moving. It's still moving. Okay. And also, who throws a computer at the top of a trash pile?
And why is there still something on it?
Yeah, and why is it showing Aphmau's channel? Excuse you, Aphmau's channel won't be trashed for another 3 years. How dare you?
Oh, I remember some of those thumbnails. One of those is MCD Season 3, right?
Probably. Yeah, around this time.
Minecraft Diaries.
It looks like some of those are MCD Season 3. What it looks like on one of them is the one with Shad/Aaron having his like arm outstretched or whatever, and he's like the only thing on there.
Right.
Yeah, poor Minecraft Diaries. It got done so dirty.
Can I do a tier list ranking of every MyStreet season? There's only 6 of them, so it wouldn't be a hugely exhaustive list, and there wouldn't really be too many in the same tier. I could do tier lists of episodes within a season and ranking them. That would give you a bit more mileage out of that, I think. I could do an Aphmau tier list for the multiverse in general. That'd be like all of the shows. I was considering doing a thing of like, top 5 and bottom 5 episodes of MyStreet season blah 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 or something. That was a video idea I had a while ago. I just never scripted it.
So
yeah, get ready for that project, Ghosty. I might pass that one on to you once I record the audio. We'll see. I'll make sure that you're, healthy and not, dying at the time. Okay, characters you got in mind. Zane, I hate to break it to you, but you're not doing anything. Also, James says that you're doing it wrong, by the way. You're not supposed to monkey out like that. I take it from the source, honestly. Like just saying. You give so much mileage. This is a good decision.
Zane, calm down, buddy.
I'm not your buddy, Travis. You are the bane of my existence.
At least he knows that it's Travis's fault, because he could have probably blamed it on Garth and Lawrence. I guess Travis was honest and owned up to it off screen. You know what? I like that. Yeah, Zane regressing to an ape. Yeah, fair enough. Do I like Zach and Elizabeth? No, but I'm not supposed to.
Reject humanity.
I said I'm sorry. I didn't think that mine and Dante's clean contest would lead to the pain of others.
Well, you should have thought about that before you did anything with your stupid magic stuff.
I didn't think about this. Well, you should have thought about this. Thank you, Zane. What beautiful insight.
I am so...
Boys, calm down.
How can I be calm? And what is Lucinda doing here, Travis? You should be cleaning this mess since you confessed it was your fault.
Lucinda was the one who gave me the potion, so she had some blame in this.
Boys!
What?
It's a simple solution. I'll just use the potion again to poof away all this trash.
It just appears somewhere else then. I was gonna go Garbage Islands.
Really?
I knew I could count on you, Lucinda.
Of course. Now stand aside.
Wait, did she just...
She made a dog vanish. Yes, the dog is dead now, I guess.
Wow. You really did it, Lucinda.
I didn't break my legs on the way down. Thank you for considering my flight trajectory.
You are good for something after all.
Oh wow, Zane! What the heck? That's season 1 levels of Zane.
Awesome! Wait, I have one question. Where did the trash go?
Thank you, Travis. Yeah.
Where it wanted to go.
Okay.
So trash is
Oh
sentient?
wait, no, I know the solution to this now. I just realized. Oh yeah, obvious ending. Yeah.
Get it? We couldn't hurt the house. It was too perfect.
Oh, you need some magic, don't you now? Don't you? We're gonna have some Phineas and Ferb logic coming on in here right now.
Oh, this is the worst.
I never want to go back to our dinky house after seeing this paradise. But really, I feel bad.
Bigger than this one.
I know, and actually more furnished. Like, I don't get it. It's like they look the same. It's just one of them has a filter over it. Put a filter on your house, Afmal.
One has an Instagram filter.
But buy a pair of like Premiere Pro glasses. I'm sure they'll sell them at some point. I don't know.
I really wanted to help get place for Jean.
Ah, hey there, Garth. I wasn't expecting to see you here.
Oh,
Who the heck is that person in the background? Wait, hold on a second.
Just did my tier
No,
list.
no, wait. Wait, I need a shot of that guy.
Dad.
You.
Okay, so,
Green eyes. Green eyes.
No, yeah.
Green eyes. Oh
Green
no.
eyes. Okay, but not only that, but think about it. Remember how in Minecraft Diaries, the reason that Vlad was conceived was because Ziana had an affair.
Oh no! No!
Tell me that guy does not remind you of Vlad. Chat, look at that character and tell me that is not Vlad all grown up.
Not a fan of his stash.
Ziana, we're on to you.
He looks like Mario off duty.
I guess. I mean, that does also kind of make sense because Gareth dressed up as Mario that one time, but still.
Does that mean Mario is canonical to the MyStreet universe?
Well, he's canonical as a figure of pop culture, at least. With a fake mustache and some gel. Yeah. Uh-huh. The realization kicks in as the chat catches up.
Didn't do anything to the house, did you?
Yeah, he broke the door. Actually, that's exactly what happened, and you walked through it without questioning it, so I guess you don't care that much.
Good. I was afraid you might be like your mother and try to sabotage everything in the name of good faith. But I see I can trust you after all.
Ah, yes, boomers and their spouses, am I right?
Yeah.
All right, Mr. McRich-Nugget. Spend...
Mr. McRich-Nugget. I
Okay.
hate this episode.
In his
Inside,
defense,
I think you'll...
that is almost the Monopoly's man name.
What is his actual name then? The Monopoly Man. Lord Moneybags. I don't know.
Be pleased. This house is the finest one I can offer to you. Well,
Actually,
I don't
very
say
close.
I-
It is Rich Uncle Pennybags.
You know, remember when you made that we made that reference and you said, "Oh yeah, there's like a gotcha name they could have," and then I thought it was like an actual thing. I just did the same thing pretty much.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
it is
Also, I
Rich
have to look
Uncle
up the.
Pennybags.
I just put up the original episode. Again, has no likes from me, so I guess I know what my mental state about this episode has not changed. Let's see. Does it say? No, it doesn't actually say who this actor is. It doesn't say who does the voice of Mr. McRich Nuggets. Okay. I guess we'll never know.
I'm honored to be shown such a lace.
It's
Oh wait,
Caster.
yeah, he sounds
It's
like Caster. Yeah, I'm about to say, yeah. As soon as I heard like that like raspiness to it, I thought terrible chicken house builder. And then it was like, yeah, of course. Yeah, definitely. Although, yes, you are right that Ziana is a good mother, Josh. I will say that much. She's just a little crazy sometimes. But then again, what mother is?
Sometimes.
Okay, fine.
Sometimes.
Oh my gosh, girl. Oh, it's literally all her. That's all she is. Basically all she does.
Word up, girlfriend!
What is this disgusting nonsense? I am appalled.
What the? This wasn't here just now?
Like I said, Phineas and Ferb logic.
Do you take me for a fool, Garten? I just saw you walk in. But indeed, because my butt is the only thing you'll see as I walk away from this property.
I thought magic was known to just be a thing here.
Yeah, it is.
Why it never occurred to him that maybe magic was at play?
Maybe Mr. McRidge-Nugget is probably like the in-universe equivalent of a flat earther. Despite all the evidence, they still believe what they want to hear. You know?
Tell everyone how terrible this house is on Yelp.
Who uses Yelp?
Oh no! My reputation
This was 2017.
Ruined! Now I'll never sell this house!
Gee, if only there were some people looking to buy it for cheap. Dwight the Guardian Forces. Yeah, they're okay. I like Alex, the one that they mentioned a couple times by name.
There, Dad. I know someone who will buy this house off you now.
You do?
Yes, I sure do.
He's the one. He asked you before.
It's time to manipulate my father while he's in a moment of deep sorrow.
To be fair, it's mutually beneficial, at least.
Is it a trashy friend of yours?
The trashiest.
Oh, yes. Oh, he'll love it. It's amazing. It's perfect. And this is trash here, the left, to the right. The trash is everywhere. Oh, it's the best, trashiest house.
I think Garte has gone insane now.
That sounds like a mental breakdown if I ever heard one.
Yeah, I know, right? It's just like the beginning. We cut away before we start like actually smashing the place even more.
Yeah, I did my half mount tier list, by the way. It's now in the Butter Bunch chat.
I think what Josh was referring to was doing that on video, but thank you for doing so anyway.
Also, my opinion on the Guardian Forces, they serve their purpose. There's nothing much to the Guardian Forces. Honestly, I wish we got more lore to them. What exactly is their purpose?
Yeah, that's what the Demon Warlock said too. Well, they serve their purpose.
Like the Guardian Forces haven't been mentioned before this point, and I have a good feeling they're not going to be mentioned after until they have further plot importance.
I really don't think there will be an after, honestly, but...
So, really, they just kind of exist.
Yeah, there's a lot of things like that. I don't mind that necessarily. Unlike Aiden, I'm not actually like, against certain characters that there's being there that you don't say focus on too much. They just exist to kind of like expand on the world lore itself. Supportive roles. That's what I don't remember. Saying, but, yeah.
I don't remember where I heard this. I remember I heard it ages ago. But I think Afmao did say that there are a few endings she's been playing with as far as season 7 went. And you know what? Now that I'm fairly confident that we will never get a definitive ending to this series, my headcanon is one of her endings. The end of the world.
Okay.
I choose to believe that shortly after all of these happy endings, everyone died in a great apocalypse.
Well, it would be nice if the gods were focused on that and not on, Santa teleporting Alina around.
Well, I will ask you this, like I've asked you before. Do we need to have a talk?
I think someone needs to see my scripts, or at least my pitches.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, definitely.
I don't think you realize I'm not the same as Jacob whenever it comes to series. My whole thing is that usually it's a dark twist on something. It's like that's the BB thing.
Even then, I can still be concerned for your mental health.
I had a
and you'd
scene
be
at one
right
point
to
where someone's
do
heart
so.
gets stabbed out.
Let me guess, you actually have seen BB's pitches, and most of them are.
Who do you think I pitched them to?
Anyway, as I was saying to Jacob just now, let me guess, you've read BB's pitches, and all of her pitches are insanely dark.
Again,
Christian mental health
I
dark.
pitched them to. He's the only one above me whenever it comes to Buttercore.
I mean, I'm surprised you haven't pitched some of these some things to Polar or something.
Because I've thought about it. I have actually.
Honestly, I think he'd be more of a better fit for some of the stuff that you want to do.
My problem with it is that I tend to go for a little more of an elaborate route than I think a lot of the people at Ice Cubes would be willing to work with, and B, I have so many things and I'm proud of them, but I haven't been able to write them. I have no reason to promise him at the moment.
Yeah, I think
even an
actually,
idea just yet.
yeah. Remember what I said before about VA series being cancelled and stuff? That kind of actually now reminds me of when you tried to do like, oh yeah, I'm going to have an entire page of this, but it's going to be one page of machinima, one page of animation. Regardless of wherever it stops, it's going to switch to animation right where the page ends and stuff. And
I
then,
still quite like that idea. It's just the fact that it would take too long.
yeah, and also it's like way too conveniently structured because you're going to end up like mid conversations switching styles out of nowhere, and people would be like, "What happened there? Oh, it must be another page in the script." It's going to take them out of the immersion. So yeah, if it was like a scene by scene thing, it'd make more sense and have the scenes of animation be probably shorter. But I think you aimed too high right at the beginning, and then like that's what caught you, and then just the inspiration just left because it was.
Oh no, the inspiration is still just as high as it was then.
The inspiration really right then, rather than like for the idea.
Oh, I had barely any of that at the time either. It was a situation, and it still is a situation where I just need to figure out how to force myself to do it. I don't know how though.
Okay, hold on. I tried doing 2 episodes in one stream. Okay, you're new, so probably haven't learned about this yet necessarily. But the reason that I just realized I didn't title the stream properly. That's probably why it's like, you know what? I'm gonna do that now. It says edit event.
Yeah, usually on these streams we do the episodes as they were posted 5 years later. So
yeah,
unless
that's
Aftermath
the whole
posted
point.
2 episodes on the same day, I don't think we're gonna do that.
Yeah, so
we drag, at least whenever people like me pop in, it tends to drag. There's
we've watched other things on streams afterwards. Like sometimes we've gone into an episode of Ghost Girl every now and then, or people's reactions to Mutant Girls like that. A bit of Dan Bull recently, surprisingly, in Element Animation over the holidays. But yeah, that's usually like complimentary stuff at the end that wasn't necessarily tied to Aphmau directly.
Elemental Protectors.
Bro, Joshua just went good point goes, it's the title of the series.
Exactly.
My god, it's called 5 years later for a reason.
Yeah, I've been saying that. Yeah. I've literally had that as a catchphrase for
that isn't a profound ghosty point. That's just the way Jacob did it.
A profound ghosty point.
Yeah, that's why after every episode of this, I always look through and it's like, okay, when's the next episode going to be? Because I'm checking on my phone when the next upload was from Aphmau to then schedule the next stream. Which reminds me, I've got to do that. I've got to do that soon, actually. Prepare for my squeaky chair.
Oh yeah, Jacob's epic chair is ASMR.
Does no one want
maybe I could smoosh it.
No one wanted your sticky chair. Why I was talking about the cool kids who take a tree. You're a shrinky dink. You get a funeral if you don't wise up and call me.
I'm gonna make out with his chair now.
Don't. Ew.
Okay, first my stuffed monkey and now my chair. What is wrong with you? You do need therapy, jeez. Okay. Alright.
I'm lonely and desperate.
Honestly, same. But I'm not gonna make out with random
We could
objects.
share the monkey.
I'm not gonna make out with the chimp. What do you take me What do you take me to? What do you take me for?
The chimp
it's got to be a cow.
The chimp is an oddly good kisser, I will have you know.
Oh, look at that. Next stream is actually tomorrow, which means I've got to delay the Fallen Angels one again, I guess. I don't know when I'm going to do that anymore. Must be Friday. I did feel like I have a day where I do like the stream for Fallen Angels, but I guess it's not going to be a thing for some time.
Honestly, Jacob, I do
So-
have one thing to propose to you before this stream ends.
Yeah.
Have you ever like just sat down and done a Mutant Girls Q&A stream since that's over? That way people can ask a bunch of questions then instead of doing
I mean,
these.
for the anniversaries, what I tend to do is watch certain episodes or something. For the first one, we watched the entire season 1. For the second one, we watched the episode 1, the remake episode 1. And for this one, I was going to do like the binge watch season 2 and then go over it there. But as far as like an actual Q&A panel, or something like that would go, that could be interesting actually. See if I can round up some of the
Can
cast.
we get a can the Butter Bunch get a panel at VidCon? Hey, that'd be nice. That'd be nice. That'd be nice.
Also, I see you, baby Satan.
I can imagine if we got a panel at VidCon, all the questions would be, "Oh yeah, what if Dragon Ball character gets with other Dragon Ball character?" It's like half our comments.
Also,
guys, there's more than just Jacob here.
Yeah, but even then, like it's just
baby Satan, why did you post chair in chat in Korean?
Because squeaky chair. Also, this represents me right now. This comment right here.
I think you need to be quiet, Joshua. I think your opinion stopped mattering.
Oh yeah, because and you know why? Because no face. Again, it's
exactly. You don't even have an icon. Loser.
It all
absolute disgrace.
I feel like I shouldn't have put that on screen. I don't know what it says, so I don't know if it's rude or not.
Me just sitting here tiredly.
Time to cancel Jacob.
Honestly,
okay, wait, hear me out. Pop bullies someone to unalive themselves, then Pop has to live with that, and that's her arc.
That's her entire arc, beginning from end.
Pop doesn't deserve to die. She's a child.
Good. Are you act like children don't say that to each other?
That's because they're growing up.
Well, no, like actual teenagers will say that to each other all the time.
Yeah, teenagers say that all the time. That's like the main thing with bullying.
They don't know any better.
Well, that's not entirely true. Usually they do know better. They just don't care.
Usually, but that's not always the case.
Generally the case.
Okay, so
why am I the one?
Pop recently has become a lot more hyper focused on Morwenna, but going past season 3, there is actually a moment where that starts to shift. I'm gonna have to look back at the script itself, but actually, that could be an interesting angle to explore because you don't often see it from that perspective. You don't often see the aftermath that someone goes through for that. And for a long-running series, that's actually a good idea that you could actually somewhat relate to. Like, actually, yeah, I can see the logic of that. Like, if I don't use that idea somewhere, I could use it somewhere else. But yeah, I don't know.
Also, why am
That's
I
a
the
fascinating one. I actually surprisingly may be on board with that, depending
Oh
on
my god, you're okay with that, but not her becoming a school shooter.
No, because that's too cliche and too obvious.
Also, why am I the one in this chat arguing that a child shouldn't have to die?
Well,
know-
because I mean, people have talked about the what was I saying? Yeah, the fact that I never kill off any Cactus and the Mutant Girl.
That's because they're
It's
children.
okay. It's
And
okay
that's what I
if
say
a
to
child
them.
dies.
That's what I say to them. However, have you not seen like a cyberbullying PSA? Most of them end in like the early preteen character dying. Like
It's
No,
it is
no,
okay.
deserves
It
to
is
die.
okay for a child to die.
It's not okay for a child to die.
Okay, it's okay. It's morally correct.
It's not morally correct for a child to die. Why did
I've
you?
decided.
I think you're both missing the point that I'm trying to focus on right now. I mean, here's the thing. I'm not going to promise that, but I'm gonna remember it and I'm going to look into it because there might be a way to work that in, but there might not be. It depends because obviously season 3 is already written, so a lot of stuff
And remember,
is not going to be able to make it,
and
unfortunately.
remember, it's canon that Pop dies at the age of 25.
No, it isn't.
That's your screwed up canon, and I don't have a problem with that because
No, you know what I meant. Dang it, I can't say that. Okay, I'll tell
I
you
feel like
after
we should end the stream soon so you can talk properly.
I'll tell you about this after the stream ends, but I convinced Jacob ages ago to make something canon and it is glorious.
Oh right, yeah, okay. I see what you mean now. Okay.
Josh, I'd love to be your best friend, but I don't know much about you, my dude.
Right? Like I was
Yeah,
about to
that's a
say,
very
am I the
strange-
only one here getting the feeling that Josh is being oddly relational here? The dude, I'll be honest, this is just some random dude in chat.
I mean, the guy craves friendship, and he goes after what he wants to pursue. That I can respect that in a sense, but probably like going to the end of saying asking to be someone's best friend. Just start with friend first, and then work your way up to it. Because my goodness, that's
God,
Ooh, my
with
thing
me,
is-
you're gonna have to start at acquaintance.
For
Yeah.
me, it's probably
Get
not
to
gonna
know
happen.
me
yeah.
first.
Also, I am looking through the comments. I'm like seeing stuff about like Mandarin and stuff. I don't think Maya actually said what that thing meant before. So
Right, like there
I'll
is
skip those.
my
Chair.
thing is I just don't befriend a lot of randos in chat. Feel like that can go downhill really
fast.
Not because it's wrong, it's because it's obvious. Why, Jacob? Mona, you're the one who praised me for like subverting expectations in script writing. And actually, again, it's something that you don't often see as like how the bully is going to go for the rest of their life. Because normally with all those PSAs and stuff, they cut to credits right after the event actually happens, or like after they make their message clear or something. It's like, oh yeah, bullying bad. Well, thank you, PSA. I didn't know that before. But then afterwards, what happens? What's the rest of it? An equally fascinating story to go from. If it's not based on real events, obviously, would be to think about what happens to the person who like calls that kind of thing. What does that do to their actual mental state? And Pop's already on a decline. Again, I don't promise anything, but I'll go look into it. All right. And okay, right. That's the comment you were saying before.
It's you did kind of just repeat yourself. You yeah. Oh no, you didn't. That was just because the chat's delayed.
Yeah,
I still wish we could get it so it runs automatically. I don't like how we have to manually do it.
Well, no, I'm manually selecting it because I'm responding to certain comments in a certain time. You guys are the ones that keep jumping forward and forcing me to then go off and then click other ones.
My thing is, whenever it comes to chat, I prefer keeping it up to date. I don't like staying behind. So, so far.
Okay, but lots of people that do streams will go back and I just pressed that by accident. Lots of people that just do streams will go back and then they'll look at certain messages that have appeared quite some time earlier.
Okay, yeah, sure, but not usually normal messages. The most I see that is for donos or something.
Well, I mean, yeah, because like lots of the streamers that do that kind of stuff are very popular streamers who have to filter out messages automatically, otherwise they'll be there, for the rest of their lives in just one stream. Like that makes sense because they're getting like tons of messages like per second. Whereas with these streams, I like to acknowledge all of them, or at least the ones that I can probably respond to, not the ones like talking about like learning Mandarin Japanese is what I'm going to say about those ones. But I like to respond to most of them because that's what people got to hear. That's why I like to do. I like to interact with as many comments and people as possible. And I'm at a point right now where I can still do that, so I might as well make the most of it. Okay, so let's see. Yeah, I made a good point. See,
what was your point?
The suggestion about Pop.
Oh, I still don't like it. That's not much of an arc.
Well, it's the start of an arc. It's the idea for a start of an arc. The arc would then be exploring what actually happens and how she actually learns to deal with it. Right. You want to go find my mom's estranged family sometime in my life. Is that a request? You want to go find my mom's estranged family?
I mean, we can do it. We're best friends with Dr. Phil, don't you know?
I mean, I guess that'll be an interesting road trip. I mean, I had to find my birth parents. Like, just make like a road trip of going around just collecting family members.
I need my biological dad.
Do you want to find him?
Not in the slightest, but I'd like to shoot him.
I was about to say. Also, my condolences, Josh. Yeah, I see why you want to have connections, and it makes sense.
Yeah, it makes a lot of sense. It's just we're probably not the people to get connected to because we are random folks on the internet that just kind of exist here.
And I won't respond to that because then I'd be breaking character.
Oh, yeah, you haven't... I mean, I don't think Josh knows that you have a character.
I was this close to making a joke before realizing he was serious, and I was like, maybe not the best time.
Yeah. All right. I forgot what you were saying about hearing, I'm afraid. Oh, and apparently this was Hinata, which is not the same message from before. Oh, no, this is Mai's talking about like different ones and not mentioning the one I said.
Yeah, Mai's just teaching us languages at this point.
Short one was chair, okay. Got to a hello and nice to meet you. Okay, fine. All right. The very first one was the comic publishing company that I first ever wanted to know what it said, so I started learning Korean characters.
Nice.
Okay. Korean characters. It's like, learning Korean characters to learn one word. Google Translate.
I think, to be fair, Google Translate is kind of inaccurate all the time.
Okay, but for one word, it tends to work. That's the thing. Yeah. People put in full sentences, and that's what messes it up. That's why all the song lyric videos are so bizarre, because they have layers, and they actually they'll post them all at the same time. That's also
let it go.
I learned using it in a French submission. My French teacher hated Google Translate because you could tell instantly if somebody has had put their entire essay through Google Translate and it's written in English before. And actually, to be fair, as someone who speaks Spanish, I can tell when someone uses Google Translate too. It's pretty obvious, especially with full sentences. But when it's one word and you're actually applying the word to the context and you know how to structure yourself grammatically in French, surprisingly enough, when I was nervous when I submitted because I was like, I couldn't do the submission otherwise. And I only used it in desperation. And she said it was perfect. So, yeah. I officially duped an expert in Google Translate because I actually used it properly.
Yeah, Maya's over here using things like characters. I mean, why are you learning Korean characters? You can't even learn English ones.
Yeah, I was gonna say you can't spell in one language. That's probably just a bit off the insomnia-inducing pain med. Okay, I suppose. All right.
Well, here's the thing, Maya. We don't care.
No, I think Maya's talking to Fox at this point, honestly. I hope to see you again, BB and Ghost. It was fun meeting you. I'm going to try and start building up to friends.
Well, that's great. You're probably not gonna get that out of me.
I mean, honestly, like to be honest, like you would have to like come onto Discord to do that. Actually,
Please don't find my DMs. That's stalking. I'm gonna block you.
I'm not sure
saying,
that
I'm not saying track down these two's DMs. I mean, my Discord, for example, is public knowledge. So if it's my Discord,
Yeah.
then that's fine. You know.
Yeah, but
I mean,
my name
is
is
I'm
the same though. So.
Because Aiden and I would love to talk to him honestly because he's been very active and very engaged, and we like that. So at the very least, you know, something there.
We'll put this as a forewarning, though. Now that he pointed out, I never seem to acknowledge that fact. Yeah, it is. You'll tell when you see me. It's the same. It's the same icon. It's the same name and everything. It's a lot of my DMs for things like that. I am not Emma.
my Discord is private and for friends and stuff.
Yeah,
I'm not entirely comfortable with people I've met online in passing in live streams DMing me.
I keep mine open because I expect a normal person to be like hitting me up from another server. I don't expect someone from chat to slide in my DMs like, "Hey, you want to be friends?" No, I don't. Please leave me alone.
When you do gacha voice acting, that's actually a big thing. Because when I first started off, I was just going through different servers and stuff. But then eventually, over time, people started contacting me, asking me to come into their servers and then do auditions. So it actually worked for that reason too. And also because some people, when I do public auditions, they want to find my Discord and talk things through or something, or I make servers public. So I don't know why that was even.
Well, yeah, I mean, for like work, for auditions, for actual friends, just random people that you don't really know that you saw on like a server, whatever. I draw a line when randos in chat slide in my DMs, though. All right, man.
Okay, so random people in servers, fine. Random people in YouTube, no.
Because on servers, Bet's already had a conversation with them before. Online, not only did they see a persona, so they aren't even going there for me. No, sorry, they are going there for me. They're going there for BB.
Mm-hmm.
They aren't going there for Chris. Also, usually the people that go from chat to DMs get really freaky really quick.
You hear that, Emily?
Oh yeah, Joshua, it's okay. I forgive you for insulting me earlier because I completely forgot about it. You don't even have an icon. You're irrelevant.
Oh my word!
I completely forgot about it.
Good Lord. Okay.
You're so connected to your character that you can phase in and out of it at the drop of a goddamn hat.
Yes, that's usually how that goes with internet characters. Yeah. Eventually, it's always like, "Yeah, you're a great student." Yeah, exactly. Okay, I keep putting messages on from Maya. I need to read them first. Jeez. Okay. All right. And yes.
Oh, hold on a second. I just realized that when you swore. Oh, okay. I should probably delete that one.
Yeah, there's a couple from Maya that have like S-bombs and stuff in them. I'm usually just lurking in
I
chats.
would delete swear words. The thing is, you have a thing on YouTube where you can delete swear words in general, but the problem is I can't do that without actually accessing your thing. I think it's somewhere in Studio though.
Okay.
Because there's a moderator system, right? But this is for stream mod. I don't think I have access to your the Jacob Butter channel or anything. I shouldn't, since I don't have your password or anything. That'd be really creepy. But there should be mods or something. I can look it up after the stream, but there should be a thing where you can.
There's manager access and stuff that you can actually do. Because I can actually upload it to the Butter Bunch using just the Jacob Butter account.
Yeah, because if you add it to manager, well, I mean, you obviously could do it yourself as well, but a manager could also do it if they wanted, where you can blacklist like specific words.
Yeah.
So if you wanted, you could blacklist like the F word and stuff.
Also, Josh,
That's
I
right.
could answer that question for you. How I met Jacob is that I used to work with Aiden on thumbnails and voice acting. Then he was like, "Hey, you make logos, right?" And I was like, "Yeah." And I was like, "I have a friend who might be interested in that kind of."
Yeah.
And then
Once
he
again,
sent me
Aiden was around
Jacob's
the same time mentioning to me that I should have like a series logo. I mean, I had one for the Mutant Girl at that point, I think, but I didn't have one for Through Her Eyes, and that was when this happened.
I thought you made Through Her Eyes before Mutant Girl's logo.
I don't know.
Oh.
I'm the one who made.
I remember the Mutant Girl
Eyes.
logo came in really late, though.
Either way, I know that Ghosty was the person who was doing Through Her Eyes. That's what I was saying. So
Yeah,
Aiden was trying to convince me. It's like, I only want to do 3 episodes of this. Do I need a logo for just this alone? It's like, I don't want to bother someone about that. And then, someone got bothered, basically.
And I was in the womb with Jacob, so.
In the what?
In the womb.
I thought say like in the room. I thought you meant like the chat room or something.
No, I was in the womb. We came out together.
Have we okay, now adding to the law that we're now twins, okay.
I'm feeling really uncomfortable.
Why? Because we said the word womb?
No, it's because this whole chat just went downhill really quickly. And I'm not sure how to
This has
feel
been
about
okay.
Womb. Uterus. Womb.
I don't know how to.
Fallopian tube.
Jacob. It's the boogeyman. The fallopian tubes. Watch out.
Right, so yeah. And yes, so Aiden is the person who brought a lot of people to me. He won't like this comparison, but that's actually similar to what Shiny used to do back in the day. He used to find a lot of people and bring them to me.
If in some alternate world, in some alternate universe, there better be a version of me who became a health teacher, got one of those stereotypical like skeletons, and named it fallopian tubes.
Okay. It's like this is health class all over again. Ovaries.
Sorry, in our health class, they only did this for in our health class. They only did this, and here's the thing: they only did this for the penis, right? But in our health class, they showed like a real picture. Well, dang it, I can't say the slang for that either. They showed a real like picture of a penis, but for a vagina, they showed like the diagram.
Oh, yeah, I don't know. I got diagrams of both.
Put a condom on a banana.
Oh, I never got that class. That was like a big.
They just showed us pictures.
Yeah, everyone feared that class, and they're like, "Oh yeah, you're gonna get this." It's like, "Oh no, we're so nervous to do this." Like, never happened.
Well, I don't so much fear health. It's more so just the fact that I'm pretty sure showing children porn without consent or at all, I feel like might be illegal.
Yeah, but I don't know. Yeah, I'll have to take that with the health teacher that I had in year 10 actually, who showed all of us actual pictures of what certain STIs looked like.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Yeah, I know.
I'm sorry, I've heard stories of people having to watch like a webcam of a birth without any of the coverage.
Why can't we just watch the Disney one? The one that Walt Disney actually made in the 40s. You know? That classic that they used to actually schools. Genuinely, that's a thing. Look it up. Walt Disney actually went through the female reproductive system without.
Bro, Joshua is over here claiming that penis is inappropriate. Dude, it's a body part. It's not even the swear word. I almost said the blank pig.
Oh yeah, this is what. So actually, I've said this before, but in like a long time ago. But basically, like scientific terms of body parts, they're fine to say because like, what else are you going to refer to them as? Because
that's my no square.
Yeah, I know, but then the no square is an area that comprise of many things, so that still doesn't work. Yeah,
No,
it's being like yes, my no square item 2. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know, but
007.
Because I'm one person heard me say the word vagina on stream one time. I think it was Maya actually, and was like, "I never thought that he was gonna say that." It's like, what else am I gonna call it?
Yeah, I'm gonna name my balls 007.
Okay. That's
can't go further with that joke. Dang it.
Yeah, no, I was gonna say, what kind of joke are you going to? It's because you want to.
I had a punchline in mind.
Okay, I mean, all I'm thinking about right now is gender reassignment surgery and the breaking of a bond, James Bond. That was
Neither of those were the punchline.
Oh, okay, all right, that was it then.
That's gonna be the end of that conversation. Also, Maya, no, the entire crew. For some reason, everyone thinks this. Joshua. Okay, first off, I know the chat's rules better than you. Second off, it is family friendly. Penis and vagina.
Yes.
It's words. It's not swear words.
Again, fallopian tubes. The whole thing we were just doing before.
Right? We were mocking the entire concept of the boogeyman being named ovaries. Okay.
I think I've run out of words I know. Actually, I think I've said all the ones I know.
Appendix.
But no,
Maya, not even going to the reproductive system anymore. We're just going into actual body organs.
But
if we're going into actual body organs, that's fine.
Yeah, but Maya, for some reason, everyone thinks this as soon as I start referencing like the mini family dynamic that started ages ago and just kept going as a running joke. Maya, not everyone is there, okay? Not everyone is there. We are not tossing the entire cast and crew. Yes, we're hextuplets. Didn't you know that, guys? We're sextuplets. You guys want to know that?
Oh my, the cervix. I already said cervix, but yes, the cervix.
Oh no! It's a man spider. Man spiders get spider. That was an actual thing in the comics. Just throwing that out there. Man spider.
Okay.
Where Peter slowly became an actual spider and then birthed himself.
It's an actual thing in Smosh too. If you guys want to watch another video of this stream, actually, I can put on Man Spider by Smosh.
Yeah. No, it's weird. Peter became like his mutation got worse and it progressively went up and up, and he just kind of went from a little spider like normal Spider-Man, then to a little spider like to like spider fur, and then spider fangs, and then he eventually grew to like a gigantic like tarantula, and then the tarantula started to slowly die, and then it gave birth to Peter.
Well, wait, gave birth to himself.
Yes.
Of course.
There's no catch there. Speaking
of births, I'm seeing comments in chat right now. Apparently, some people were forced to watch births in class. Again, never actually got that myself.
Yeah, no, I've heard
how much
stories.
of that process would have been there? Because like that's like hours of labor, literal hours of labor.
I've heard stories of people having to watch like a webcam of birth without like the coverings, and then after watching the full thing, they then had to rewind it and watch it backwards.
Okay, hold on a second. Wait, why did they watch it backwards? What's the point of that?
I don't know. Maybe to understand like in and out.
But there's not usually an in during that process.
I don't know, man. Ask schools.
I was gonna say, can you imagine like asking a woman in childbirth to like contract, or a trans man, I don't know, just to suck the baby back in?
Well,
be
that's
like,
why
just
you
be
had
like,
to
oh,
re-
it's like,
well, that's
oh,
why
look
you
at that,
had
it's
to
so cute.
rewind the
Oh, back
video.
in you go.
Well, that's why you had to rewind the video and watch it backwards.
Okay, that is pointless. Watching a bird, I can kind of see, I can understand the appeal, but for a health
Hold on, what? You would hold
For a
on.
health
You want to
teacher.
repeat that one?
I'm not going to. You're going to quote me on it anyway. I know the meme chronicles. But yeah, so I understand why some health teachers might actually do that.
I beat dead
bizarre as it
horses.
is.
Jacob
I
Butter.
do remember
2021.
actually when I was in primary school, we did actually watch like a documentary about like the process of gestation of a human baby. And there was like a birth scene during that, but obviously it cut away and it didn't actually show like any actual angles or blood or anything like that. So it wasn't quite the same thing.
Mermaid Tales was fun. My Inner Demons was mediocre.
I love Josh's segues. We've gone from like traumatizing birth videos to Mermaid Tales and Minor Demons. I just
To be
love
honest,
the jumps in conversation.
I appreciate My Inner Demons more than Mermaid Tales. Mermaid Tales
it did try
was
something
the
different. It tried something different, and it evolved what our fan base had kind of become a little bit more grown up as well. I see the appeal, definitely.
I don't know. To me, it looked like the exact same, just with a different main character's name. It's the same. It's the same kind of themes, just with different characters.
Hold on a second. Wait. Maya got the first college 7th letter, so I'm going to dip to watch the video. I have to make this reference now. Welcome to Your Hero Academia, Ezekiel Midoriya. Anyway.
You know what's funny?
Yeah.
That delivery was completely cringe because the message was covering your face. It was just a disembodied thing with a failed afro.
I'm a disembodied head of All Might.
It was a disembodied head with a failed afro giving lines with something just covering most of the screen.
Uh-huh. Why Oh My Chili Pepper and Bagel right after the Oh My the Cervix comment? What is the correlation here?
Oh my the cervix.
Please don't put bagel. You know what?
Lions and bears and cervix.
You know what? Anyone out there
my.
with a cervix, please don't put a bagel on it. That's my health advice for the day. You know, I might not be a medical professional, but I think bagel plus cervix equals trouble.
Pain? Horrible pain.
Yes. All right. I'm just going through. Let's see. Oh my god, I love that. Oh, okay. Right. I think I finally got to the end. Right. I'm a cervix.
Right,
is
you're a
girl
cervix?
Thing,
You
but
wanna-
what's a cervix? What? I'm a cervix is a girl thing, but what's a cervix? What?
Favorite couple in MyStreet? And do you prefer Phoenix Drop High season 1
Yeah,
or 2?
I'm gonna skip that comment and go right to Josh's one. I'm afraid. Oh wait. Oh, you're saying I know a cervix is a girl thing, but what's a cervix? I believe it's the lining. It's the lining.
Dropping
in the
this
uterus.
subject, going to the next thing.
Yeah, I think
Okay,
it connects
fine.
to like the uterus or whatever. Oh my god.
Oh wait, no, it's not the lining. Sorry, it's not the lining. Never mind. It's different parts. But yeah, it's like it lines on the long sides basically, and that's what kind of breaks down sometimes. Anyway, so favorite couple in MyStreet. I've said this over the years. Ever since 2016, I have been a traveling shipper all the way through. And I don't count them as enemies to lovers before anyone says anything like that. I know they had their tensions, but actually in between those times they actually did get along. They had banter with each other. It wasn't just hatred. You know.
I think the only enemies to lovers trope we're gonna see when it comes to that too is fan fiction, and even then, most of them include Lucinda, because Lucinda is what I deem Caitlyn's true rival.
Okay, I mean, yeah, because Nicole was barely around, so yeah, Caitlyn's true rival. She was originally Kawaii-chan's rival in Minecraft Diaries for a bit, but yeah. She works better as Caitlyn's rival. I definitely agree. Speaking of Kawaii-chan was meant to be the yandere character initially, so Caitlyn being the tsundere one makes sense as far as like the three the anime tropes would go as far as the roommates.
Oh,
which is why I can
Which
I
is
can see
why I
why
feel
the
really
like
bad
impression
for
of Travis went
Zane if
this way.
ever.
Yeah,
Hmm?
I prefer Phoenix Drop High Season 1. I think Season 2, while it's better production value, had nothing to really offer.
Yeah, same.
And a favorite couple? I know that here's the thing, I don't like how they kept repeating the couple.
I think
But
I
I
know which one your favorite couple is.
yeah.
I think I
Arma-
remember. I think I remember a video you made about your favorite couple one
I
time.
need you to be quiet.
Do you want to say it or should I?
Guys, ship Armao.
Yay! She said the thing.
Yeah. Armao, favorite, but I don't like how it kept repeating. It eventually went from a nice couple to a trope.
Yeah, same. I'm personally not one for romantic subplots in general. I tend to write stories without them. But
Yeah,
romantic
same.
subplots are definitely there for people who like to ship characters.
I have pitched over 20 series to Jacob. Not one of them involved a romantic subplot.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay. Well, I don't know what you mean by a trope. Actually, as far as like Aphmar and Aaron go, what do you mean is by?
It's okay. Name a series besides My Inner Demon where they didn't hook up or had.
Oh, I
been
see.
hooked
I
up.
see what you mean. So, but others My Demons like cheating because they don't really actually exist in that one. So yeah, I see what you mean. So it's an Aphmar internal trope. It's like a media trope. Okay, I see what you mean. That's fair because because eventually like when originally Minecraft Diaries when Aphmar had a child with Aaron, that was a huge revelation. That was like supposed to be like that was the surprise that happened. I mean, in MyStreet, it was teased that it could be the end results, but obviously Gareth and Lawrence were there, doing their hijinks and stuff, trying to get with her.
Yeah,
But
they tried
everything
hooking.
else afterwards. Yes, I agree. But if we're talking specifically in MyStreet, I think Aphmar and Aaron are second for me, behind Chapman.
So we get it. You are a traveling fan. I remember you with the reviews.
Yeah.
Well, around season 6.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Again,
your reaction at the finale.
Yeah. As far as which I won't like talk about here because Josh hasn't seen them yet. Okay, so speaking of Josh, so favorite Josh for Finch Top High Season 1, Season 2. Overall, Season 1, because I agree, Season 2, I think there's a lot of stuff where just like, oh, it's just a werewolf series right now. I do like the characters introduced during that, actually. Like Dossie, Ryan, and Daniel, like particularly, and also Blaze. Like I feel like there's a lot of stuff that it offered. I feel like when I watch it back again for the reviews, I'll start appreciating, I'll look at more things. Season 2, however, I will say right now, does contain my favorite episode of all of MyStreet. So it's definitely very close, but I think it has a few more drawbacks, slightly more drawbacks than Season 1 does.
Yeah.
Overall.
Now, Jacob, are we able to talk about a specific type of werewolf that's like really important to the series later?
A specific type of werewolf.
The one with the red eyes and like.
Oh, okay. I see what you mean. Yeah. Maybe I don't know. Maybe let's skip that one actually, because I'm watching Season 1 with Monet right now. Probably best not to say too much. I just threw up. So
yeah.
Hold on. Wonder if Hannibal's ever eaten like the nonos. I don't know enough about Hannibal to say what he does and doesn't stay away from. To be honest.
Are you talking about Hannibal Lecter?
Yes, the one who eats people. That's what. Yeah, that was it.
Well, if you're going to eat a person, usually the thing with that is they are the type that follow the more traditional aspect of leave no part to waste.
Placenta.
So
I was missing that one. That's the one I was looking for.
Yeah,
like,
they strike me as the type that leave no part to waste. So yeah, I imagine that it would indeed eat the penis and vagina.
Okay. All right, then Also, just to piggyback on that, cervix, high in carbohydrates. Yes.
Hold on. You mentioned that. Is high in carbohydrates like the cervix version of the why am I forgetting? This is like the biggest motto. Everyone knows it. The mitochondria is the powerhouse of the cell. Is that like the equivalent there?
No.
That seems very. No, I mean, that seems like a very weak tagline for a cervix, honestly.
High in carbohydrates. Also, Joshua, any predictions for season 7? None. I don't think is going to happen. My headcanon is that they all die in an apocalypse.
Cervix Wall. Subscribe now for monthly releases.
Universe dies. Whoopsies.
I've now scrolled up through the chat and I can't scroll down for some reason.
Ooh, Emily. Wait. Before I say that, hang on. Jacob, what is YouTube's current thing with referencing modern sicknesses? Are they still gonna take something down for saying the names?
I don't think it's good. I don't think they get taken down. I think they just get demonetized or something.
I've seen them straight up delete things from before, but I don't know if they're still uptight about it.
Then maybe not. I know what you're gonna say because Emily's like, "Oh, thrown up," you know.
Yeah. Emily has the Rona.
I mean, I've rented it in Walking Wednesday before and I've never had any trouble, so I don't know. But it's confirmed to happen. You know,
yeah, well, she confirms a lot of things.
You know what's confirmed to happen? Daria season 3. That was confirmed to finish.
You know what's
Minor Demons was confirmed if it got enough likes. I'm pretty sure it did.
You know what's also confirmed to finish? The rest of MCD Rebirth.
Well, that got cancelled, I think. So now that's
there was Graduation Days that was supposed to carry on for about half a season.
Okay, but
yeah, there's like another half of the season that never made it because the views.
Oh, but they went with the university one anyway.
Yeah, so you had Falcon Claw, and then you had remember you had Graduation Days, where it's about that one side character around the same point as Phoenix Drop High season 1. And it only lasted for like 8 episodes, but it was canceled midway through, which is why everything tied up so quickly, because it was originally anticipated to continue.
That was no, okay, you're thinking of Phoenix Drop Days, not Graduation Days.
I'm thinking what? Oh, I guess I am, yeah.
Yeah, Graduate Days was the 5% thing before Faculty University, yeah. Phoenix Drop Days, absolutely. But again, I did reviews on that already. And
that was supposed to carry on for quite a bit longer.
Yep. I mean, I could tell because there was nowhere near finishing.
Yeah, there's a AFMAO. See, when you look at Marvel or something, and they say, hey, we have something planned, you know, it might take them 2 or 3 years, but you know what's going to happen eventually. When AFMAO says that this is promised
Black
to happen...
the movie!
Yeah, but it still happened.
Yeah, it did still happen.
But when AFMAO promises things and says, I assure you this will happen, after enough times you start to learn her promises don't mean very much.
Yeah, they really don't.
In fact, she moved MCD season 3 to a whole other channel, which she made specifically for series to die, and didn't even finish it there.
What does Woe the Republic mean? Woe is me. It's not going to spell the same way.
I'm just going to say this about AFMAO stories previously, AFMAO Fantasy, is that it's kind of the Disney XD of AFMAO.
Oh, yeah. Well, the thing is, it was originally, because what ended up happening was because she realized that MCD Season 3 and Dreams of a Story weren't getting quite as high as views. And she's like, okay, do you guys want me to cancel it? Or do you want me to move it to another channel specifically for series to slowly decline? Essentially, she's saying, I'll let the dog... I could either put the dog down, or I can slowly let it kick the bucket itself. And I'll just keep going, and it'll keep wailing its arms until eventually it stops breathing. And she decided to do the second. And she didn't even keep to that.
Sounds about right, honestly.
And then ages later, after that channel was left
Imagine
to
the
rot,
music for it to get to 10 seasons. Okay, one at a time, please, because good God.
and after
after
she left Aphmau Fantasy to rot, just like the series she put on them in the first place, she then decided to change the entire theme of it and said, guys, I have a plan, right? So I'm doing all this kid-friendly stuff on my main channel, so I'm going to move all role plays over to Aphmau Fantasy. I assure you.
Meanwhile, the year before, she said,
well...
"Oh, because of Copper, I'm marking my stuff as not for kids because I have lots of like adult references and stuff."
Yeah, she was like, and if I continue any future series, I assure you, it will be there. Assuming I ever do it, which is right there in the little fine print.
Yeah. Void Paradox, not a series of
Void Paradox is great. I loved Void Paradox so much.
Yeah, Void Paradox was amazing.
The only big complaint I have with it, right, is the way it was shoehorned into MCD Season 1. I didn't like the way they worked with that, because they implied that it took place like during Lawrence's like coma, and he had like some weird astral plane thing where his soul went to like a whole other universe. I didn't like it though. It was like, yeah, he's asleep and he had this whole other adventure. Then he comes back and everything is completely normal, and he never mentions his like multiversal journey.
This is why I don't tend to teleport characters to other dimensions. Even though people have asked me to do that for certain stories.
But if you plan... Okay, well, I think it could work. If you plan to do it originally... She just went, I'm going to go back to a series that I finished before.
I think the idea was she wanted Lawrence back. She wanted to have people be like, hey, guess what, guys? You know, everyone's like saying, where's Lawrence? Hey, here he is. He's right there.
Even though, he still disappears randomly in his own time, because that's taking place before he magically disappeared. From his perspective, he was knocked out by Gareth, wakes up by everyone. He's like, guys, someone took the relic. Oh no. And continues going about his day. About 7 years later, he comes back, disappears off the face of the planet again, to come back to leave again into the Nether, to disappear for half a season, to come back for 2 episodes, and then leave indefinitely.
Yeah. That's kind of how it works, upsettingly enough.
Mm-hmm. And now it's a meme.
It's a meme. Yeah. You know what? You ain't even lying.
Anybody like Heartpoint and Mod World?
Yeah.
Heartpoint, another cancelled series. As for Mod World, I've seen a few of them, but actually I haven't seen all of them. I need to do that. I've been meaning to. I just keep forgetting.
Yeah, Heartpoint had an interesting concept, not very memorable. Mod World was a product of its time, would not be as good nowadays, I would argue, but for what we had at the time, it was great.
You could say the same thing about the original Diaries, couldn't you? Pretty much.
Yeah. Pretty much.
Yeah, but at least those concepts survived.
Well, did they though? Because they went to a separate channel to die, so not really.
Okay, no, but the thing is, you're thinking of the wrong thing. MCD is the thing that didn't survive. Mod World was finished before MCD, came back, and still managed to continue strongly. MCD kept on trying to crawl out of the grave and couldn't even keep its theme straight.
Sounds like MyStreet 3, my series to me. The voice actor for Longport quit for good reasons, maybe just kissing their way. I don't think he quit. I think lots of the voice actors work on commissions, because they're not actually like directly like, you know, they don't basically work for the company itself. I mean, I know that Andy does now, but at the time, I think I don't know how Aphmau dealt with contracts and stuff. I think there were certain characters who had to call in for certain episodes, and that's what she actually did, rather than and a lot of times she calls people for mini mini games and stuff that are available at the time. I don't think it's necessarily like, oh yeah, you know, this character's quit. In fact, actually, during like the first Where Is Lawrence time after season 2 happened, Sebastian actually made a video about this and saying that, oh yeah, sometimes there's just characters that aren't around for so long. It's not like there was anything that went wrong with him or with Aphmau or anything like that. It's just that the character wasn't there, and that's it.
Yeah,
I mean, he's got other work that he's doing. He's doing voice acting all the time anyway. So it's not like he has to quit voice acting overall because he has a kid and a wife to take care of. In fact, that's his job. If he just quits, like you don't quit your job to support your kids and wife financially because then you don't have a job. That makes no sense.
Yeah. It's not just a moment of, oh, I'm doing YouTube. It's a situation of he's working for a company and getting paid. Also, I don't think Sebastian ever quit. I think it was a situation of not the voice actors quitting, but Aphmau quitting.
Yeah, well, yes, well, that's eventually, but also, again, he said himself that sometimes a character is not going to be around for as much. Which, honestly, I should show Aiden that video because I think he needs to watch it and stop telling me to keep including characters with no reason. Anyway.
Okay, throwing this out here, she didn't fire most of her employees. It is true that she fired some because of undisclosed reasons.
Yeah.
But it wasn't most. That's an over-exaggeration. Also, she fired all of them later for the most part because she changed it from Blue Jay to Catface, which technically means they were no longer employees of that company, period. Also,
that's not how that works.
Technically, because they aren't. She fired them from Blue Jay. Anyways, jokes aside. And even then, Catface I don't think is around anymore either. So,
hard to say. I think Catface is just the company that produces videos for the Aphmau channel. I don't know if it's necessarily just role plays. It's not like Buttercore that just focuses on the role plays. Okay, so I saw that comment already. Yep. That was what we were talking about before. All right. So yeah. I mean, don't worry, we're all very aware of the excess and stuff. I mean, Josh, the thing you've got to understand about us is that all of us here right now are Aphmau veterans. Aiden is as well, so's Emily, Maya to some extent sometimes. It depends, but for the most part, we've been in the fandom for a long time. Clearly over 5 years.
That's why I'm so butthead about Lawrence. He keeps disappearing.
We're looking back on these in hindsight because we've seen a lot of things that actually have gone down. That's why we haven't liked the series as much, unless we know what's going to happen. We're not watching this. We're not watching the series fresh. We actually have all of the retrospective ideas.
Also, Joshua, it really wasn't that harsh. I mean, Blue Jay changes branding entirely. That's nothing. The few people she fired for undisclosed reasons, I imagine things came out about them since that tends to be how that works.
Yeah.
And as far as getting rid of most of them later on, under the theoretical assumption that Catface ended, which I really think they did. I mean, what do you want her to do? Say that they're just pay people that aren't going to do work? There's not many options there. She's kind of backed into a corner.
Yeah. Is she going to pay people when she has no work for them to do as well? That's another thing. Also, they are saying Vlad was by far the best character ever. What about him was that good? Because he was definitely the boring Remave out of the three brothers.
I disagree. Vlad, to me, had the opportunity, at the very least, to be a really fun fantasy character, and he wasn't like the stereotypical. He wasn't the stereotypical thing of like Gareth, where he was more of a paradigm. Is that the right term? Paradigm?
Not sure.
Where you're. It's kind of like the stereotypical like old mythology heroes, where they're like, I'm doing this because it is right, and that is all.
Oh, that's an archetype, yeah. If you're talking about Diaries Vlad, then maybe, but MyStreet Vlad.
Okay, yeah, MyStreet Vlad, sure, he was kind of bland, but Diaries Vlad, I think, was underused. Really, I think he's very much underappreciated by even the creator themselves. I think, you know,
yeah.
if I were
you
to
weren't
ask,
there during the last stream when I messed up Aiden's childhood by reading something about Vlad from the wiki.
oh, what was it?
There was a thing on the wiki that said that Afmau on stream one time confirmed that in diaries, Vlad and Xenix had an intense sexual relationship.
Oh,
yeah,
nice. Something
like,
tells me that was a troll, but still.
That's a very specific troll thing to say. Because on one, they're both Shadow Knights as well, so I guess they would have, met in the Nether or something like that. I don't know.
Yeah. But my thing with Vlad, if I were to choose, assuming that we still had the quality of the time and the guarantee that things would actually finish at least for a season.
Well,
then,
I guess Maya's convinced. Oh wait, wrong comment.
Then
I'm gonna take that as canon. It was said on stream, so I guess it is.
Yeah. But what
just Iris.
What I would want, assuming we had all that, right? We had a guarantee of the season ending, we could keep the same quality and everything. What I would want, if I had the opportunity to magically make one spin-off of a single character happen, it would have been Vlad.
Yeah, same here. It would have been Vlad.
Wow, baby, it's almost like I've been talking about a Vlad spin-off on the Pure Gacha channel for a few months now, and I've said that I had that, and Aiden and I have said we have plans to do that.
Have you?
Yeah, you're welcome to join us, by the way, for that. Actually, if we ever start writing it, we're doing Phoenix Drop High junior year first, but
I'm
afterwards.
I'm in the Mutant Girl server, but I don't ever type there.
Ironically,
we talked about this, so don't worry. That's not the point. That's not where we would said this. We've said this in calls and on streams.
Honestly, if I were to make an FMO series, I'd focus on the Guardian Forces.
Oh yeah, the ones that you said were there and fulfilled their purpose.
They fulfilled their purpose, but a lot more could have been done with the concept in Mayo.
I wouldn't want to do that. They could be interesting, but the thing is, a lot of series that I can think of have either done or have thought of and canceled a idea where you have this really small thing in their series that they later tried to build on in a spin-off, usually like a higher force that we saw at one point and we now want an origin. Like for instance, Hunger Games. Hunger Games did a prequel book about the president or whatever. And how he rose to like his power that we saw in the Hunger Games series.
Oh, I've got to read that now.
Yeah, it's good. Don't get me wrong. It's good. It's entertaining. But the problem is, it's also kind of cliche. If I would want it, I would want it about like a specific character.
About a specific character. Wasn't the whole point about the president? Was about President Snow? Isn't that a specific character?
No, yes, but I'm not talking about Hunger Games. What I'm saying is, for to make like a spin-off of Aphmau, I would not want to do Guardian Forces. I wouldn't want to do something about something of their nature.
Yeah.
And
well, I mean, honestly,
I wouldn't want to do it. I wouldn't want to do it of like
Toby.
An actual force.
Yeah, fine. In that case, do one about Toby.
Okay, I guess I could see that, but I still wouldn't make the Guardian Forces too much of a staple there.
Well, go, Steve. Recommendation for you then. Focus on Toby. Have him be your main character.
I don't remember too much about Toby. Was he the interrogator for Aaron?
He was the interrogator for a lot of people, and also a captain of the Guardian Forces, and the one with the purple eyes, and the one that Agent R talks to, and the one that cures Melissa.
It's been a series. Speaking of characters that never really got explored, what was that one character? He was like implied to have some kind of connection with Irene in season 6, and he probably would have been explored in Rebirth, but things happened. And his eyes grew like really white. What was? Hang on.
Holla,
yeah.
Yeah, I made his wiki page. Yeah, that's why I know his name.
Okay. So I was gonna type season 7 to see. sorry, not season 7, season 6. And season 7 popped up in the search result, and I'm like, what? And it was
Well, yeah, of
season
course.
7 with a question mark.
Season
That's
7?
that's the title. That's the title of it, season 7. And
Mhm.
this is the first time I've seen it.
I can see its benefits between past. Yeah, that was the idea. That's what I've been saying for a long time. In fact, I've been saying it since I reviewed Love Paradise that that could be a good spin-off to do. And actually, because now I've got my plan for the pure gacha channel, the one I'm doing now, is not just to have like that one video that's on there. That was just because I wanted to have something on like the second day. What I really want to do is like do some fandom related gacha shows because Emily has told me before. It's like, oh yeah, the benefits of doing fandom and stuff, and I've acknowledged them. I'm like, yeah, well, in that case, now seeing that the time is somewhat right to do Athmel themed things, I think actually doing like the Vlad idea in particular would be good because actually that's where we can include Tioni and Ivy because Aiden keeps saying, oh yeah, no, should have been more Tioni and Ivy in the series and whatever, even though they don't live together, so why would they really be around too much? But actually, they were traveling around and they were in Paris at one point, so they could have been in Paris with Vlad or something, So actually, yeah, that's exactly what happens. So don't you worry, Maya. That's what the plan was. The reason I'm starting with Phoenix Up High Junior Year is because actually it makes more sense to go in order. I think one of the things that Admiral and shot herself in the foot was constantly having to go back on characters' arcs all the time and not have them evolve too much because otherwise, they conflict with what their development end up actually being in canon.
Yeah, it's kind of like her filling in
her own canon. Yeah,
it's kind of like her just kind of finding excuses to fill in holes in the wall.
Yeah, so I'm starting there, and obviously
Also-
Vlad's going to be there, so actually it's a good chance to expand on him a little bit more in preparation to then take on the next part of him in Paris.
Also, Jacob,
Yeah,
you want to know what MyStreet's canonical timeline feels like? You've constructed a
Massive
house. You've
Yep.
constructed a house. But you didn't start with the foundation. You started with the walls.
yeah.
And
Okay.
then,
That's
after the walls are finished and the roof was on, you then went back while you were shingling the roof to fill in the foundation.
Yeah, but you didn't fill in
I
all the
agree,
foundation. Then you went back to doing the second floor or something. And while you were doing the walls of the second floor, you were also simultaneously finishing off the foundation. And then start tying things together. And then eventually you finish off by doing like the decorations and the attic.
Yeah, I made an Athmel multiverse timeline, and yeah, the amount of cuts that I have to say, episodes 1 through here, but stop here, and then go to this other spin-off series that was made 3 years later, and then go back to episode here and continue for the rest of the season.
Yeah,
until you go here. Don't go into the
remember when
next
we had
season
that
yet.
query on the wiki that inspired the video that I made about what Athmel role plays in, and I had like 20 or 30 entries.
Yeah,
and
that
you
was
actually went in more detail and went like, oh yeah, watch these ones and whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Jacob?
because whenever they went chronological order, I wanted like a proper order, and that is hang on, please tell me it's able to.
3 of them were barely ever
hang on.
explored. Baby Satan, you just said my thoughts exactly.
Yeah, I don't know what to do for those ones, honestly.
Also, Jacob, can I have a
They-
swear pass?
They were
swear.
Can
You've
I
already
have
had
a
enough
swear
swears.
pass?
they were
You've already had enough
clearly wanting to build up to more about the Divine Warriors if they hadn't canceled season 3.
Yeah. What? Okay. Right.
Um,
Oh, actually, that's another thing. We also said we might do a Diaries continuation of Diaries season 3. So maybe not something like specifically focusing on the Divine Warriors, but actually having them feature. And
Okay.
Fox asked, "What about Nicole? What about Nicole?" That's the
Jacob,
question. I think that was when I was talking about the
Um,
Vlad spin-off. I don't think Nicole would appear there. She has a dojo in the city. She's not one of the people who's traveling around. That's why I said Tioni and Ivy specifically.
okay,
Okay.
Jacob, this is my
Yeah.
one swear pass for this stream, and I'm
you
gonna
already,
use it
you
now.
already did a
You've
sword.
already used yours.
I'm using another one.
No,
After
you aren't. No.
All right, go ahead.
No, wait.
I put her in timeout. All right.
So dumb. So dumb.
Right. So yeah, and I was dying for more. Okay. Well, yeah, Diary season 3. Honestly, that could happen simultaneously. I'm not really sure. I have to go back and watch Diaries really to really like think about what's going to be the continuation, what kind of stuff to do. To be honest, it'd be good to have BB there at that point.
Yeah. But here I'm not gonna read the whole timeline, but I'm gonna read like 18 to
right. Go so you can come back now.
18 to 24 entries. 18 to 24 within this. All right. MyStreet season 6 trailer 2. Phoenix Drop Days season 1 episodes 1 through 3. Phoenix Drop High season 1 episodes 3 through 4. The rest of Phoenix Drop Days. Phoenix Drop High seasons 1 episodes 8 through 23. A Wolf's Tale. Phoenix Drop High season 1 episodes 24 to 26.
Yeah. So by the way,
she kept going back.
Yeah. So by the way, when BB does timelines, what she does is not just like what series to watch through, but how to go through it chronologically, entirely, like by splitting up like everything. That's why there are so many like episode gaps and stuff.
Yeah.
I don't necessarily operate like that all the time. It's just for season 4 and Phoenix Drop High season 2.
Yeah, no, I do that with all of my timelines because I just think if I'm walking into it wanting chronological order, right? You're walking in there wanting to see from the characters' perspectives. I want to see everything from their perspective. I don't want to have to go back and be like, "Oh, I already know what happens in your future, man." But hold on. Before we continue, I do want to read this. It's kind of small. So page on AFMA season 7. Fans have been waiting for a 7th season for years. What if I told you there were a couple hints in AFMA's mini games? There have been many small hints to things like baby demons and angels, etc. All these could just be meaningless hints, and there will not be.
Could.
And there will not be a season 7, but it is a chance. Also, there have been things found in some of her mini games. These things are found in her item bar. There are also things found in their like halos, angel wings, angel powers, and anything like these that are obvi related. They did say obvi as like the slang that are obvi related to the massive cliff. They capitalized T and D to the massive cliffhanger season 6 when angels fall. They didn't, however, capitalize when angels fall. Also, why would Jess leave us on such a cliffhanger where Aaron and Melissa get onto a boat and Aaron asks what he should say to Shu, Af's internet name?
Oh, I don't know. Forget that cliffhanger. How about the end of the world happening?
It's
you
true.
know, the one
That's
with
true.
with Garte and Elizabeth and Zach. That one's way more of a cliffhanger.
Right, and the fact that Afmao has said at one point that she thought about genuinely ending the world in her series, but there was also other endings that may happen.
There's so many.
Good God.
There's so many cliffhangers that I'm convinced that Afmao's landscape is situated on top of a plateau, which is situated on top of a rock, which is situated on another rock, and it's gonna tumble over any second.
Yeah. Also, there's a PS. P.S. This is just a theory. There's not any real evidence that there will be season 7. It may continue after COVID.
I have evidence to support this, but also there's no evidence.
There is not any real evidence that there will be a season 7. It may continue after COVID. Oh, they spelled COVID with all capital. I'm glad they learned their lesson midway through. Let's just have our fingers crossed that we finally get the marriage we've been waiting for. Then they did a face.
Point of this post?
They did 8D. The 8D face.
That's like a running gag between Apple and Aaron. That's like a thing.
Yeah. What's weird though is this first thing in the PS. This is just a theory. Well, then tell me something. Why didn't you go to explore, discuss, categories, general discussion,
Also,
and what's on your mind?
Also, what do you mean it's just a theory? You're the creator of the series.
No, that's not Jess saying this. That's
Yeah,
somebody
that's
else.
just a random person making an official page on the AFMAO wiki.
Apocalyptic marriage. Yeah, they say their vows and then a meteor crashes into them. That's how that's going to.
Oh my god! Yes. Aaron and AFMAO have the official marriage while a meteor is hitting onto Earth, and they're kissing as the universe explodes.
Well, love killed the universe, literally.
Isn't that the ending of the first season of Sword Art Online?
Maybe it is. Maybe that's my subconscious coming back on me. I don't remember the ending.
Okay, all right. Have you seen Sword Art Online
MyStreet
Abridged?
destroyed. Yeah.
Oh, you have. Okay, I was about to.
Wait,
to be
no,
like,
I know. I didn't. No. I didn't say yeah to you. I was saying yeah to Mo because Mo said
Okay.
MyStreet destroyed like a title for the season.
I see. Well, BB, you definitely should watch Sword Art Online Abridged. I recommend the series to everyone because I think
Yeah,
funny,
you've
but
told me to watch it.
You specifically absolutely should watch it.
You've told me to watch it before, and I remember you shoved like episodes 1 and 2 in my face, and I just completely forgot about it the next day.
Well, all right then.
To be honest, I had plans, but then I was like, nah, I'll do it later. I never did it later.
Hey,
And the likelihood of me remembering after me telling you that I'll do it now is also pretty slim.
Hey, if you want, we can just stay in this stream, and then we can put on a couple of episodes.
God, maybe, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know,
Just to get
we're
you addicted to the series, then you go on and carry on.
Yeah, we are now 3.5 hours.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying after the stream, because and also because it's not appropriate for my channel, really. So it should be done off stream. So yeah. That's why I was like, oh yeah, let's do that. Oh no, MyStreet is broken. The table is AFMAO's. Anyway. So thanks everyone for watching and for sticking by and in just being really active chatters. Like, you're the reason really that the streams go for so long, is when you guys are active and really discussing and talking. That's why I like, even though I'm also really hungry, I don't mind that because I'm also hungry for attention. I'm kidding.
MyStreet destroyed. Oh
Yes.
no, MyStreet, it's broken.
New record. I don't know if it's the new record necessarily maybe for a MyStreet stream, it might be the new record. I'm not sure.
Oh my god, I'm so stupid.
Not for a MyStream in general.
So you know how there's been all these spam messages that have been showing up?
Yes, the ones that I don't tend to acknowledge.
That's correct. The ones I'm getting acknowledged right now, though. So I've been trying to delete them quietly, and it only gives me the block option. I'm like, huh, why does it only let me block them? I know I have mod in your chat. And it took me until just now to realize I've been on the Butterbunch account and not my account.
Well, that'll do it, I guess.
Yeah, that might do it.
Right, anyway, so with that segue out of nowhere, I was really trying to wrap this up. So yeah, so again, thanks for enjoying. I don't know if it's the record or not, whatever. I lost the plot of what I was trying to say at the end there. So please leave a like or dislike because your opinion matters, and subscribe if you haven't done so already. Subscribe to both Ghosty and to BB, preferably on the Butter Bunch. That's where she says to go. But yeah, obviously, Ghosty's channel is basically Ghosty, I believe.
Yeah.
Basic Ghosty or basically a ghost. It just varies. Anyway, so yeah, basically Ghosty. And I will see everyone back here tomorrow, basically, for the next episode, which is... This one's an interesting one. It is Night of the Living Cats. Same time, same place, 5 years later, and I guarantee Aiden will hate it. So, on that note, until next time, farewell.